Hello everyone, welcome to Unsung Fury, episode 12. Oof, we left off with a cliffhanger where Apocalypto might be in a situation. But, you've waited long enough. We figured we might just come back and, maybe tell you what happened. But first and foremost, we're going to chat with all of you guys. How are you doing today? Is everyone good?
Perfect.
We're doing good. We're just discussing why Scott allows his daughter to watch The Witcher.
No, the rock version of Toss a Coin to Your Witcher, like the song. The song. Not the show.
How does she watch the song? Is there a music video?
Yeah, it's YouTube. Man.
Is it called The Witcher?
Like I press play and I go, look at this awesome
I think it's
song.
The Witcher. Oh.
Yeah, that sounds like The Witcher to me.
You let your 27-year-old daughter listen to The Witcher.
Oh my God, how old am I?
You let your 34-year-old daughter
Hold on.
play
It's
The
not
Witcher
a
video
matter
games.
of like his daughter's age. He's like, how old am I? That's where he's worried about in this scenario.
Wait, I'm now going to copy and paste this link.
Scott, since you are fairly chatty today, why don't you kick us off with telling us who Luther is and a little bit about yourself.
I'm so chatty today. Do you not know me?
That's true. You're chatty.
All right. First of all, my character Luther is awesome. He succeeds at everything he tries to do because the DM is very forgiving and kind. And I think I owe him a back rub. So, don't shave. He tends to use words and fear and guns in his tactics, and is actually building a really, really good relationship with Astara, where they're like kind of like tag teaming like their approach to like how it is that they're handling like the government and so on and so forth. And honestly, it's causing a funny divide between us and the other two party members because they're just like, oh, muscle. And we're like, or talk.
Hey, they're not just muscle. They
muscle
have knowledge.
And vents.
Muscle and vents.
And
the two genders.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my God.
Hey, it was wonderful playing with everyone.
Don't even start that shit right now.
Yeah, just leave it alone. I'm Daleric. You can find me at Daleric, and we'll leave that alone.
Scott's like, no. Also, I guess I didn't talk a little bit about how you can support the show, but I'll do that after we do our intros. We'll move on up to Torne, who is played by Apocalypto. Tell us a little bit about your character that you're bringing to the table and yourself, if you will.
He's in
By
trouble.
the way, can we all give him a round of applause? Tyler's first time ever putting his hair in a bun. He comes into the channel and he's like, Maggie, my hair is in a bun. And I'm like, Tyler, my hair is not in a bun. I'm like, what? Why is this?
Tyler,
listen.
Tyler, as someone who's currently can only barely get their hair in a bun,
That's me too.
I know exactly how you feel. Yeah.
Listen.
It's
My
like,
hair used to be
this
this
is
long.
a first.
I have never done a bun because I can grow a beard. I'm just going to leave it at that.
But they're totally
You can
different
have
things.
both though. What if you could
You
have both?
could do a beard bun.
Yeah.
Oh God.
That'd be so
You
good.
could do a double beard bun and make it look like
double beard
Like
bun.
me? Yeah.
My stomach hurts.
Yeah.
Let's do it like this.
It hurts.
This is
I
why
will
I
someday.
play with you guys on Monday.
Yeah, it killed
I always have-
conversation. I agree. It's painful.
All right, tell us a little bit about Torne.
He's in a lot of trouble right now because he didn't use his brains and decided to use his guns, but he doesn't get to do that often. He's been walking around in his armor, kind of tired of things, and explored a new area. But he's a dual wielding desperado type with he's an Imperial Guardsman from the shipwreck, and his armor is stuck to him. He's in big trouble, and if you want to check me out, you can find me on twitch.tv/apocalypto_12.
Perfect.
I'll check you out right now.
And
Oh.
our Gildo, aka Eric Vulgaris. Tell us a little bit about your character and, of course, where people can find you at.
Hey everybody, yeah, I'm playing Gildo Stern, the Imperial Guardsman, best known for his knife skills and hiding in vents. You can find me everywhere at Eric Vulgaris. I'm excited to be back. I miss this game, and I miss killing Xeno scum.
Eric, you just are so good at dropping in at the right time.
I know.
Was that a formal request?
Is that a foreshadow?
Yes, that was like a please.
My favorite way to enter a scene is from above, so I'm excited for this.
Torna's about to be eaten. Gildo from the
Scott, what are you eating? That looks amazing.
Pasta.
Looks like pasta on the bowl.
Wife made it, so it looks like vermicelli, chicken, broccoli, onions, mushrooms, and some type of yummy sauce.
Now. I'm so hungry. I am playing Ostara Thompson, who is a sanctioned psyker. She is really weird. Something you probably want to know is that she just constantly hears hymns and prayers in her head all the time. So that might also contribute to why she's a little cray-cray. She primarily focuses a lot on like mental and like force type of style abilities. So you're going to see those type of things. Although bad things happen sometimes when she uses her powers. So we'll see how that goes. And she's been getting visions of her grandfather.
Yeah, didn't she like have a moment where she couldn't hear hymns and stuff too?
Yeah. She actually has had, for the first time in her life, moments that do not have hymns, which is crazy. And so if you've watched like the first episode, which is like our prequels, you'll know a little bit more of why she's the way that she is and who her grandfather is and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm very excited to see how this goes. Not only because a Torne might not survive, but you know, I'm just curious about how the story's going to roll, and I'm excited for the new year. So welcome to the stream. Before I kick things over to Frank, if you are enjoying the stream and you want to help support us, I do pay my entire cast. So if you'd like to help support that, you can subscribe to the channel right here. Well, that kind of goes to the cast members. You can also donate as well if you're feeling super extra generous. If you can't support us in a monetary means, just following the channel, subscribing and following on all of the other platforms. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribing, hitting the bell, all of that jazz. That really does help a lot to support us and our endeavors to create amazing characters and stories as we move forward in worlds. And last but not least, I will kick it over to Frank to tell us a little bit about who he is, and then to what is your name today, sir?
Actually, I have a quick question. For the YouTube, is this channel considered child friendly?
No.
No.
Fuck yeah.
You're here, Scott.
No. It's alive today,
I
think,
figure
so.
we talk about like murdering people all the time, so I feel like this is probably not. Also,
no, I think Dungeons & Dragons can be okay if you're just like not, you just have to clean up your language.
You know,
in my first prequel, I was a child who was like 8 years old, strapped to a thing, getting tortured.
Yeah,
I don't think that this is the channel.
We can be. Listen, we did a charity fundraising thing with like Mike and Wade and stuff like that in Florida, and the whole thing was going great until they started murdering children at the end of a child fundraiser. They were like, "There's they're like, but they're drow," and I'm like,
SBK crew, like maybe burning down an orphanage.
What?
Yeah, they burned down an orphanage.
But wait, what was in the orphanage?
Children.
Oh, see, these were children drow, and so they tried to use racism
these were
as an
actual
excuse.
children that they murdered. Well, they didn't murder the children. They got the children out of the fire, but
Supposedly.
Hey,
they were the cause of the fire.
Dungeons and Dragons, I feel like, really shows a lot of racism in general. Anyway,
it does.
Yeah.
Depends on the setting.
I hate
Depends on the setting.
You can play it as a GM without having racism be a part of it.
No. Fuck gnomes. I hate gnomes.
Like my homebrew setting has very, very little
built
racism in it, but it depends on what you're
I think it
looking
depends
for,
on
so.
your group, and if there's like if you have lines and vowels that are like I do not want to talk about those things, you definitely
Gnomes.
As a group, you should decide whether you want to have racism in your campaign or not.
Yeah.
We here on Unsung Fury are kind of pretty much an open book. I think we've had a couple things that we just wanted to avoid, but it's we're pretty much going in hard. So enjoy.
That's
And
the only
Frank,
way I
take it
go
away.
in.
Tell us a little about who you are and kick it off.
Well, as you all know, I am Controller Frank. Today I am Dominus Frank.
Dominus. Okay. That's
for
scary.
reasons.
Hmm.
As you all know.
Every
That's a
episode
good-
he changes his name and we're all like, what does it mean?
Yeah, everything has a secret meaning to it.
I'm waiting for him to be Cabbage Patch Kid, Frank.
Oh.
Yeah, but then you're fighting a bunch of terrifying midgets.
Were Cabbage Patch Kid, like, were those the dolls that had, like, they could blink when they close their eyes? Like when you
I have
move
no
them?
idea.
They had big, hard heads, soft bodies, and had a very specific smell to them.
But didn't they have the weird blinky eye thing? Where, like,
Probably.
I don't remember.
No,
I know they
Don't
have a
scare the
specific
crap
smell.
out of me.
No, one of
My daughter
students
doesn't have
brought
any because I
in-
don't like them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
they're
super
terrifying.
creepy.
One of my
They give you
students brought one in
nightmares.
Mhm.
I would
Like-
like turn all my dolls the other way around. So they could
Dolls in
Yeah.
general freak me
Toy
out.
Story ruined toys for me. I was like, toys come to life.
Did you become terrified
They
of
can
them?
see
No, I think actually
every
Chucky was
bit.
probably the thing that scared the crap out of me.
Okay, yeah.
Not
Sorry.
Gremlins.
Gremlins was.
Gremlins.
Gremlins and Furbies.
I
For
liked
me.
Gremlins. I
Oh
thought
yeah,
they were
Furby.
cute.
Furbies were always weird to me anyway.
I like them. I think they're cute.
Well,
I think they're annoying.
yeah, they are. I hate them. Just like Beanie Babies. Wow, reeling this back in.
No more, Mama!
God, I will stab you. All right, we're bringing it back out. Kill him. Yes, now? Yes. All right. As you all know, I'm Control Frank, Dominus today. You can find me Twitch, Twitter, Discord, Control Frank. So let's jump right into things. Now, we have two different parts going on at the moment, so we're going to start with having both Maggie and Scott tell us, where are you?
So I think we went and placed bets. I think I put like say 100 credits over on Tournay winning, and Maggie put on one of her disguises and put 200 down against him, just to make sure we covered all angles. You know what I mean? So and we're up in like the viewing area, and we're like, all right, well, you know, we're important people. We have good seats. At the very least, it's going to be a good show. So why not enjoy? Right?
Yeah. And what
We
happened
are-
before that?
We are definitely watching the show, but we may affect it.
Oh, yeah.
By we mean the person that has magical powers.
Yeah, probably.
Magically, the lizard just gets crushed. Oh.
Oh, weird.
Oh, now it's not
Unfortunately-
a lizard; it's a cube.
Unfortunately, immediately before our understanding that this was happening and whatnot, my interaction with the Duchess or whatever her title is here. I should open up that notepad.
Governor.
What was it? Governess, thank you. Governess, she more or less let us know that she's aware of Maggie's abilities. And I don't think I was aware of it, but she made Maggie know she's aware of Maggie being invisible in the room with us. So it's probably not a good idea to use too many powers because she might be aware that these guys are with us, because currently they don't know that. They only know that Maggie and I are together. They don't really know about the other two. So
That's true.
when I say together, I mean like as friends. Calm down,
For now.
guys.
No, I'm just kidding.
And Tarane, how did you find yourself in your current situation? Where are you? How'd you get there?
So I found a secret corridor that I decided to explore. Or Tarane, I found a secret corridor that I decided to explore, and pretended to be drunk. Failed at that because the servitor's an idiot, and I blew its head off. Then, because I made too much noise, I hid an event thanks to the help of my friend Gildo there, and waited till it got quiet, and then they found me again, and I shot them up, and then more were coming, so I ran down a whole bunch of stairs, kept running, jumped magically into a group of them, and was like, oh crap, this was a bad idea, after laying a spike trap that killed 4 guys, and ran into an area that was like this foggy, foresty area, and braced myself, facing the door, ready to kill anybody who entered, and all I heard was them lock the door behind me, and found out there's some lizard hunting me in the swamp forest environment, thanks to the helps of my good friends Astar and Luther. So I'm on the lookout for this lizard creature, and I'm gonna shoot its face off.
Yeah, basically we were in a different area, and we finally got comms back with Torne. For a while, our comms were like broken, so we couldn't talk to each other. And we were talking to someone else who gave us information about this creature. I think it was the Servitude, right? The Servitude who was serving them for 230.
Yeah.
We were
Someone's
asking, we were
trying too
asking them
hard.
questions as though we were curious, not giving information to our friend that's stuck there. No.
We're doomed.
Perfect.
Yeah. Speaking of doomed, off in the vents, fulfilling
Wait.
several missions.
What?
What?
Why
I'm
is
on
he
the other side of
doomed?
the planet.
What?
Off of the fence.
It's 40K. Everything is doomed.
Oh. Listen, I want you to grab a green screen there, Eric, so we can make a GIF of you just like jumping out of frame into frame, and from drop, like, just drop down. We just need that as a GIF because it would just make my heart soar.
Uh-huh.
Do you have a green screen? Can we make that happen?
I do have a green screen. I can make
Yeah.
this happen.
We have to make that happen. We have to make it like,
I'm not
we have to make
getting
it
it
like
right
something.
now, but yeah, I do.
Something gets unlocked. You know what I mean? We have to like earn this. All right. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Frank.
Meanwhile,
I'll just have
Gildo
it
is
fly
pretending
across
to
the
be a
screen.
fan blade.
No.
What was that, Maggie?
I said I can just have him. Oh, I can have him drop from the top of the screen on the stream.
Oh,
Like you're dropping out of a vent.
Can do it upside down.
He's not. Eric's not
Slowly,
sure about this.
Yeah.
flip them over. All right. Now, completing a couple tasks, disabling security going around, and making sure that all of the hunter-killer servo skulls, which are these wonderful little skulls that have little pistols in them, are just meant to go kill people. Gildo, you find yourself still in the vents. You've been listening to the radio messages going back and forth between your friends. You finally came upon another security station, another empty one, and you notice something while in there. It's a radio receiver, clearly meant to snoop on any radio and vox communication in the palace itself, on all frequencies.
Hail, Space Viking.
52 months.
That
Wow.
sounds too good to be true. Is it trapped? That's my first thought. This seems like this is what I would do. I would leave something very valuable with an explosive in it. So I'm gonna look around for an explosive.
Of course
Alright.
you are.
I mean, something abandoned but extremely
We're allowed
valuable.
to be in this palace.
Okay.
Are you though?
Some
Yeah,
of you
that's true.
are.
Or we.
Yeah. And
Two of you
also,
are allowed.
I haven't had time yet to get my message off-world, right?
No.
Not yet.
No,
It's
it hasn't come to that day yet.
Could I use this for that? Is
um
this like a transponder?
yeah. You could actually possibly use that. Let's make a tech check first and see.
Okay.
So since you're looking for a bomb or something.
Yeah.
Just quick awareness.
Question, Frank.
10.
Hello.
Oh, wow.
Are we starting with the same Wrath and Glory from last, or we refresh?
Fresh every time.
Okay.
So
Cool.
2
I
wrath
will
to start with,
Fix that
no
on the
glory.
screen.
I will someday send you that room.
That room.
Assuming I don't see a bomb.
You don't see any bombs or the like.
Oh god.
Oh,
I'm
If it's honestly just a backup room, you can easily tell that it's clean, but in the sense that there's no trace of someone being here for a long while. You see tracks from servitors that have trudged in, wiped everything down, trudged out. But honestly, this is just another back room. It looks like a possible tertiary security station. Definitely not one of the primary or even the secondary one.
Okay. Great. Well, I already rolled here because then assuming things were fine. Okay, so it's a tertiary station. Just by circumstance, this thing is left over. This radio snooper / transponder. I'm gonna try to fiddle with it, and it probably doesn't go very well considering I got a complication.
You still got a 4. So You are actually able to pick up multiple messages on it. Unfortunately, one of those messages that you do pick up are between your friends using the same frequency. However, because you are all using a shipboard from the Bondevulf, it has its own encryption on it. So you notice that there is a anti-encryption program running just automatically on this to break the code.
Anti-encryption tech. As I'm I'm like going through the radio channels, trying to get to one to, because I remember my intention here is to get a message out to my my boss.
Yeah. Now, you, after fiddling around with this, you would be able to. Broadband. You would have to send the message outwards, not encrypted.
Okay, so
Now,
what would be the next easiest or closest way for me to get this message out that doesn't involve me replying all to everybody?
So you have a couple options. Reply all in...
Yeah, I'm vetoing that. Doesn't sound like something Gildo would do.
reply all.
Unless there's like no other option for me. Like, is it you? Basically, I'm asking, would Gildo know if there's a place in this palace that might also have a better connection that would be a better option?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm
There would
just
be
going to
a
push for that.
primary Vox station.
Okay, cool.
Now,
But
one
I
of
did
the
hear my-
options here is if you do want to reply all, there is one that you specifically know for the person you're trying to get this message to, a specific cant that they use. Think D&D Thieves Cant,
Right.
which only people in that retinue know. However, if you do send that, people will know. They won't be able to tell what your message is, but they'll know
So a code went out.
a code went out.
Right. So they know a code went out. And how mad would my friend be knowing that I did this way to get a hold of them?
All depends on the message.
I mean, my message was just to reply that I got their message, and it's bad. So, like, I feel like, you know what? I'm tired of thinking about this. Gildo is a doer, not a thinker. I'll broadband spam it.
Okay. Yeah, so you literally just send this broadband message out to everyone. It's
Worthy.
picked up by just various stations. The astropath picks it up. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Sending it, and it just flies across the galaxy, basically.
Yeah,
just like that.
Yeah.
Because 40K is oddly good with communication, which is interesting for how shit everything else is.
Yeah. Right. So it's like, the worthy Lord promises the sun, or something like that. That's what gets broadcasted out.
Yeah, and whoever you're talking to will know what that means.
Yep. Means things are fucked. No, it just means message read, things are bad. Okay.
All right.
But you were describing when I was listening to the... I think I'm just going to spend a couple moments eavesdropping on the different radio comms. Hearing what I pick up. I heard my friends were in danger, though.
Yes. You probably picked that up on your own, Vox.
Oh,
that Tyler or
How...
Tarane was talking with Astara and Luther, and Tarane is in a dark pit or something.
We were talking like
it's an
I was just
environment
having a
area.
conversation out loud with Servitude and Luther, but really I was having a different conversation with Torne. But
You were kind of just
Making the match.
reiterating the information they gave you.
yeah,
so
I was like,
Orne
yeah,
could hear it.
So we...
sneakily doing it.
I swear to God, if he got himself stuck in a fighting pit, he's on his own.
It's not a fighting pit. Exactly. You said
Well,
it was
so
I say that. Gildo doesn't know that yet. I think it'd
um,
be fun to figure out. And so right now he thinks that you're in a fighting pit. But so that, which means I need to get contact with Ostara and those people and be like, what is he doing in a fight? What is he doing in a fighting pit? Kind of thing. And then realize all of a sudden you need to be rescued. So I feel like that's going to be the play.
Yeah.
So let's say I'm taking the steps to do that. Based on what Astara I'm tracing back where Astara said. So whether that's through like radar or something like that, I'm finding out where they are. Like,
So what you heard on the comms, just so you're
comms,
aware.
or we're just talking. Yeah.
Yeah, what you heard on the comms is that they found somebody in the area where this lizard thing is, and this lizard is used in like gladiator type of pits type of thing.
Oh yeah, that's got to be true.
Because Tornay's in there, they're like, well, let's just have a show. Why don't we? And see how it goes anyway. We're gonna kill it. We're gonna kill the intruder anyway. So why not make it a show? And so they're bringing all these people to come watch, like high.
Oh, this is a little bit more street performery.
Yeah, it's impromptu.
Yeah.
It's
I
really
wandered
impromptu.
into
Did not
the-
plan it.
Impromptu stream. Please follow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so
All right.
we asked the servitude. We're like, oh, we'd love to watch
Got it.
this. We're like, what is it? What does this creature do? What's their weakness? How do they fight? Like we were just asking them like all these questions.
How well have other gladiators fare?
Yeah. How many people
Not
has it
well.
killed? That type of thing. Let's just put it this way. It's not going to be
So
great.
I gotta double it over to save Tournay because I know Tournay has undoubtedly got himself way over his head.
You guys got
Yep.
split. You both were going in the same area, and then you got split up because you were running away from the
Yeah,
their
because
guards.
he was running away from the people that were chasing him. You were just doing your objective.
I have a semi-parental feeling for Tournay, so I have to go bail his ass out.
You mean bromance?
The bromance, man.
No, it's more paternal.
Okay. All that fanfic that was written.
Yeah, tornado.
Dreams crushed.
Yeah,
Tornado.
no. That just means that eventually somebody's going to call the other person daddy. That fanfic is still alive.
Oh
I
my
do
God.
not understand the daddy thing. Like it just creeps
Neither do
me
I.
out. Like
Excuse me, Maggie. If you are on my channel, you can actually save up daddies and use them to impact the.
I know.
Yep. Now,
Too many
Gildo.
daddies. What's up?
Only
So
as many
you-
daddies as you want, buddy.
you did say that. Did you want to listen into the other possible radio messages that or Vox messages that were already going on, or do you want to book it to go see if you can find
Can I do both?
and save?
Can I find them all and like in the path, listen to stuff, or no?
So
Not so much.
Not so much. You would need
Okay.
to stay at the station or hook directly into your Vox, which might compromise you.
Okay, I'd rather bring this thing with me. I'll turn it off. So like, I'm familiar enough to know that. So I don't want to get tracked carrying this thing.
Yeah, it's
So
basically
that's fine.
a LARP
I'll worry. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I'll listen to the everything going through the relay stuff after I find my friends. It's more important that I find my friends,
Awesome. Now,
specifically my boy.
are you going through the vents or?
They have my son. I mean, there's no way to get there through the vents. I imagine.
No.
I don't know. How about yeah, right. I have to get out of the vents at some point.
What?
So
They
I thought I had to get out of the
ventilate
vents.
That lizard. That lizard's
Yeah,
gotta
there's
have,
got to be
like
like humidity and all
tropical-
kinds of stuff.
whatever.
I had to get the vents. I had to get out of the vents to get the transponder anyway. So like, I thought I was just going down the hallway or something. I'm trying to trace Tornay's footsteps.
Yeah.
I did say through the comms how I ended up there. So
Let's see. You should actually be able to easily retrace his steps.
Perfect.
Now, literally, honestly, that's just a survival check to navigate. Which I think you have a very good roll in.
What was the skill?
Survival, because you're trying to basically navigate and
Track
track him where he went. Oh, easily.
Okay.
Right. I
This
can't say
way.
that you can shift one because it was a 5, but you're pretty close.
Okay. Okay.
Now you do get a little turned around at one point, and it's a hallway with 4 different ways, and you have to look around for a moment, and then you notice that there's voices coming down from one of them, and you're just able to hear it's clearly a Medicaid talking to someone as they're being treated.
Neither of them are Tournay though.
No.
Then I'm just going to quietly listen to the shot from the shadows, and before making my way closer to Torne.
Yeah. So you go down this hallway, which leads to a declining staircase, and just as you're listening, it's literally just Medicaid telling this person, "Oh, you're going to be all right. Don't worry. He's in the fighting pit. He'll pay for what he did to us." As he's basically patching somebody up who has like a metal spike in their rib.
That could have been Torne. Okay.
Now they
Not my
are on
problem.
the staircase going downstairs the way that you are headed.
Okay. Is there a way that I can hide off to the side, let them go by, and I can go, or is there a little alcove or anything like that, or am I out of luck?
In this case, you would be out of luck. They're in the middle of the staircase on one of the little platforms. It's think of it as like an apartment staircase where it goes down, platform, down again, and basically going zigzagging. There are a couple doors. They're not moving at the moment. They're just the medic is treating this guy who's just laying down on the ground.
Right. I guess I'm saying there's no way for me to sneak past them.
You can try stealth.
I mean, yeah, I would love to just slip on right by them.
Because honestly, yes, they're not focusing on you.
Hey, exactly. They're not worried about me.
Yeah.
4?
4 is enough. Definitely was 4. So,
hell yeah.
Yeah.
So I just slip right by.
You literally slip right by. You wait at like the top of the stairs until you notice the medic going into his bag and pulling out more gauze and stuff and starting to put it on this guy. You hear like a faint whiz of a roto blade as he's cutting the metal piece so you can pull it out better.
Time to go. And I zoom on.
Yeah. And you use the
knife's out, by the way. Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Okay. I just wanted to be explicit here if you're trying to surprise me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, as we're going by, there's several other bodies here.
Are any of them Torne?
No.
Then I don't care. I have to find my boy.
All right.
It's super important.
Yeah. How fast are you going?
Fast. I will go slow enough to not be noticed.
Okay.
But otherwise, as fast as possible. I won't sacrifice stealth for speed.
Got it. That's what I wanted to hear. So, you simply descend the stairs. Torne, on to you.
I'm looking around for the lizard. And he's like, God, blasted thing, where the hell are you? He has his prey sense goggles turned on, so he's looking for heat signatures, anything that he can find to figure out where this lizard is that he knows.
Remember that the lizard can also sense your heat.
Yeah, so it's literally like he's looking every which way, guns drawn, ready to shoot. Probably in a spot where he thinks he's safest. I think I said he climbed up into a tree.
Into a tree?
Yeah, last session. So
make an awareness.
You think you climbed up on a tree. You climbed up on the
I
lizard.
climbed up the lizard's back. I'm gonna reserve a wrath just in case I need to reroll this.
Probably a good idea.
Hey, look, I get a rune. I'm okay with this.
Oh no. Complication.
You would
There's
have to reroll.
There's my reroll, right?
Yeah, but I still get that rune.
All right.
Yeah, so
6 is
let
good.
me roll for it super quick. No reason at all. Don't worry.
Knives out.
I'm very worried. You're rolling for the lizard. Oh, do you need me to roll stealth? Because I was trying to be stealthy about being in the tree too. I don't remember if I rolled that last time.
I think it's trying to be stealthy, and you're rolling to see if you see it. Because you said you were trying to look for the lizard.
I don't think you see it.
Holy cow, you rolled a 7.
Barely didn't see it.
Now, as you're looking about with your Presence goggles, what does it look like when you're wearing your Presence?
It looks exactly the same. It's just that it activates so I can see heat. So kind of the lens probably shifts a little bit.
Yeah, and
color
what
from
do
the
you see?
outside. I see heat signatures. Should be able to see anything on the ground as far as footsteps if there's heat signatures there. It allows me to see through fog anything that's in the way. And it's kind of an infrared kind of look. So it's think Predator. When the Predator turns on the thing,
Yeah.
kind of sees that.
So basically, white for hot, red for also hot, blue for cold. And you just notice there's a lot of red around here. It's warm in here. It's humid. You notice after a little while that it's accumulating on you the longer you stay here.
The humidity,
it's humid. It's not going to affect you, but it's.
Can I do a tech check to see if I can adjust based on the environmental conditions? The Presence goggles.
Yeah, you can tweak them a little bit. Set them for warm weather, but it's most likely not going to help you find where this thing is currently hiding.
All right.
Gotta get that fog resistance, liquid that you smear on your googles.
I need those just for my glasses.
Torrene's gonna be smart, keep cursing to himself, looking about, keeping his wits about him, and try and find himself into a spot where he's not in a corner, but it makes it difficult for something to get behind him. Whether there's some rocks around, whether there's like he's in a tree, he wants to kind of maybe go out on a limb where if something jumped behind him, it would bend the tree branch or something like that.
Yeah, and the tree itself it's a full-grown tree. The location you're at it's huge by comparison. Now that you're finally able to actually look into it, you can tell the walls themselves, something's odd about them. Make another tech check.
First glory.
Yeah. The walls you notice a slight buzzing sound now. That's not the insect star in here. The walls are electrified?
Can I do a old school throw a stick, see if it's true?
Yeah. So you throw a stick off the branch, and you have to throw real far from where you're at to actually hit one of the walls, and it just like a bug zapper.
Great. Hey guys, walls are electrified. No way I can climb out of here.
Nobody receives your message.
Crap.
You just get
static.
Static.
Uh-oh.
All right, I'm gonna have my pistols drawn, keep my wits about me, and aim for where mostly ahead of me as I use the back. As if something were to land on that, I think it would kind of flex, and I would be able to spin around or react to.
Excellent. Luther, Astara, you guys are guided into a very lush lounge. However, how do you guys feel about heights?
I like them.
I grew up on a construction world. I forget the name of it. Armageddon, right?
Armageddon.
So the word for like lots of buildings and whatnot. So I'm thinking like some Fifth Element stuff. So I probably don't even mind. I probably don't even take note of them.
Yeah. When you're brought into this lounge, not only are there about 24 people here, all of them of the upper crust, several fat people sitting on these ever so slightly floating, levitating lounges, just being hedonists, more or less, eating food, taking bets, looking at multiple screens. But when you step in and your foot hits the ground, you're not greeted with the usual concrete or dirt. It has the distinct sound of glass, and when you look down, you can see you're looking directly down into the entire wilderness pit itself.
I'm gonna look around to see if I see Tornay or the lizard, I guess.
All
Okay.
right.
I've actually stood on floors made of glass
God, I
at
hate
Harvard
them.
University. It's super cool.
I hate them.
Oh, I hate
Uh.
it. I hate it.
Me too.
Super cool.
I'm
Listen, I
wearing,
have
like-
it.
A robe thing, so it's like, you know.
Oh, well, I mean, I hope you have layers. So it kind of like flops together.
Oh man, the lizards are gonna see your lady parts.
I don't think it's the lizard. She's waiting. How far down is Tarney? How good is his zoom?
That's Twitch's motto.
Pretty sensitive.
The lizards are
Bam.
gonna see your lazy parts. Oh god.
Did he just say lazy parts?
You
Yeah,
did
I
say
did.
lazy part.
I was thinking the lizards got off me.
Sorry.
That's
So,
no comment.
Wow, rude.
She'd be looking for Tornay, like you said, Maggie. I'd actually be taking in the scene, looking around at the people, kind of judging the situation of who's around us, because we don't really see this place here as being friendly towards us, even if it
I would
technically
first
is.
like to roll my fortune to possibly get an extra die on my chosen test, and I would like to use my chosen test as an awareness.
No.
So we'll see how this goes first. Four. I met the DN,
Yeah.
which was 4.
Perfect.
So I do get the extra bonus die.
Nice.
And because my awareness is not the most amazing. Shit.
Ooh.
Just gonna put that last rune that I can have up there.
Oh no.
Yeah, you actually see the lizard.
With a 2?
It looks like, yeah, it's actually on the opposite side of the field as Tornay.
Okay.
That's too convenient. That's frightening.
But I don't see
Fun.
Tornay.
No.
I don't know that it's the opposite side. Okay. I will rush it. No, just kidding.
Send it now.
I will keep my eye on it as we continue walking.
Yeah. And as you continue walking, you notice there's several other people in the pit as well, and the lizard's going towards them. And it's not until a couple moments later where several other of these patrons are laughing and saying, ha, I remember that fight. All right, let's watch the live feed. That the floor suddenly shifts into actuality.
Oh.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm scared
Now-
for you.
Take luck, sir.
Now, Luther, you're looking around taking these people. Make another quick awareness for me.
Absolutely.
Skills and awareness. I click the button.
Hey.
Perfect. You, for the most part, you can tell most of these people are. You're used to seeing people like these. Top echelon, literally hedonists. They run the government, air quotes there. You notice each and every one has bodyguards with them, however. There's a few of them who definitely appear to be less entertained in this than others. And you would guess from your experience that those types of people are the people who go there simply because it's a social status.
Okay.
But you don't really feel threatened by anyone here. Maybe a couple of the bodyguards, but even then, most of the bodyguards are dressed very foppishly to, show off.
Yeah. It's like people that go to boxing that don't watch boxing.
Exactly.
They're just there because it's the heavyweight championship title.
Exactly. And, one guy off in the corner on his lounge being pushed by a huge person is being fed grapes by somebody, basically.
Okay.
I mean, that's
Right.
I mean, you
Hedonism
can't-
bond.
Yeah.
right? Like
Exactly.
Okay.
beautiful. Also, Wade's Mountain, Swotor, so So you okay, cool. So I look around, kind of take it in, like, okay, these are people that we're supposed to be rubbing elbows with and kind of like seizing the moment. If we're gonna be instituting ourselves as being, important persons here. So I'm gonna look to Astara. I keep wanting to say Octavia. I'm gonna look to Astara and say, well, looks like we're surrounded by friends. Speaking of, I'm gonna like look down.
Do I see him? I don't see Torne now.
No, now you don't see anybody. The image itself, you now are able to tell was a recast, basically, of a previous fight in this pit. At the moment, though, you see nothing.
She says, perhaps, but I don't see one in particular. They're missing. Maybe they could not make it.
I nod.
Then I look
Sometime-
around, not looking down at the ground. I look around, but she's awkward, so she's looking around like kind of creepy.
Oh, that's fine. I'll just nod and then say, well, we don't want to miss an opportunity to see our friends. Perhaps we should keep looking. And start walking around. I don't really want to interact with persons that are going to take up too much of my time if I need to suddenly excuse myself. So I'm not very good at this whole social thing. So if there
You're
are
the most social of all of us.
You're not good at brown nosing, is what you're saying.
yeah, I'm kind of an ass, like in real life too. So I want to like look for anybody that might be of importance that I probably should say hi to. That I don't. There's a weird roll, Frank. Sorry. That I don't think is going to take up too much of my time. So Maggie just like, thanks, and walk away. Like, because Maggie might need me to pull my attention elsewhere.
There are several other people who, like I said, are the people who kind of are only here because it's a social status. They kind of
Yeah, I want to avoid them. They're going to talk too much.
No, it's the exact opposite.
Oh, okay.
These people, I kind of don't want to be here. I kind of have to be here. It's,
Okay.
Those people. So like,
Okay.
if I'm not here, people are going to look down on me for skipping a party, and I don't get invited to parties much.
I thought these are going to be like the talk too much during the playoffs game kind of people.
No, those
So-
are the people on the lounges.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
Their names are Scott.
Excuse me. I wasn't even watching the playoff game. I was really trying to finish The Office. I refuse to not be in that room by the end of this month. Moving on. It's been 3 months.
Yeah, what if you crushed the glass people are standing on?
Oh my gosh, that'd be so bad.
I mean,
Something to
hopefully it
think
would
about.
draw the
Define
lizard's
bad.
attention away.
Snaz in chat did that.
Oh.
Shout out to you, Snaz.
Oh,
Snaz, shut
Of
up.
course Snaz says that.
Shut up, Snaz.
He's like,
I
how
think
do
I
I,
saw- idea, though.
how do I make chaos? How is that a good idea, Eric?
I think Snaz made one of the people that we killed.
He is.
I assume the sniper, but that's just
Oh,
because
wait, no, he lived.
I thought he was the only one who
Ah,
survived.
Yeah, he
Snaz
was one of the
lived.
ones that survived. That's
I
right.
was just guessing sniper. Snaz seems like it's a snazzy name for a sniper. You know what I mean? No? Okay, moving on. So yeah, I get kind of touch and go conversations with what I'm looking for, but mostly I'm just trying to make so we don't seem awkward being in here as Maggie continues to do the whole look for Torrene thing, because I'm kind of useless right now. So
Right now?
hi Frank. I thought we were friends.
Yeah, I will look around again. We'll see. It went so well last time. Let's just do it again.
It did.
And I don't think that I get that benefit again. Let me double check.
And
Yes, one round.
Astara, as you're looking, somebody actually approaches you, Luther. And he kind of
Gosh darn it.
I mean, you rolled a 5, but the complication.
Yeah, I rolled a 5, but I got a complication.
Oh, don't worry. Another complication is about to come in play as well.
We're just giving him a ton of rune.
Yeah. Already have full.
He's
rune.
already full.
Oh, he's full.
Yeah. So somebody approaches you, Luther, as Astara is kind of looking down at her feet. Not much into the game. She seems to be.
I just say it's a sport.
Yeah. The name's Sasson. You're the new potential commissar.
Sasson.
Is he a Saskatchewan? Saskatchewan?
No, he's not from Saskatchewan.
That's the gosh.
So you say you're the new. I'm sorry. Well, how did they phrase it?
He was asking if you're the new potential commissar.
Potential commissar. I say, I wouldn't say potential. I'm here to serve the commissar that's currently in position, and I intend to serve him well.
Well, he should retire soon or be retired. Personal opinions. Please take no offense. Judging from, well, your lack of bloodlust, and he motions towards the floor as he says that, I feel you may be a better fit.
I will kind of like, because I was like not interested in the conversation, but when he says that, actually catches my attention, and so I'll say, indeed, I will do everything I can to serve the people of this world as well.
As long as you don't bring any more beasts onto this world, well, like your soon-to-be predecessor.
Well, beasts do have their purposes.
Yes. And he motions towards the floor once more, kind of with a waving gesture. Yes. Some.
Well,
others, not so much.
Entertainment has its value.
I, for one, I'm not too much into the blood sport of things. Unfortunately, and he points down, basically, actually where Tirani is. Unfortunately, those who enter here don't stand much of a chance. However, you might find this interesting, my Lord Commissar. He has friends.
Wait, who has friends?
Oh, to get battened down there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was asking out of game who he was referring to.
Oh,
Was
he
he
was
referring to the
referring
lizard?
to Tirani.
Oh, okay. I say, indeed, I do find that interesting.
Yes. Well, since you're new here, it's my privilege and honor to tell you a little bit about the games, whether I have taste for them or not. The walls themselves are electrified almost constantly. The beast itself, well, will try and escape and has once or twice. But in this case, a little more amped up. The game masters noticed that there was communications going to and from, which is quite odd. So, someone was trying to cheat.
Are these combatants not properly prepared prior to the arrangements, or is this as impromptu as it feels?
This one is quite impromptu. Usually the crowd here is much larger for a game like this. The wager's much steeper. Unfortunately, this one appears to be somebody who stumbled in.
Well, unfortunate for some.
Fortunate for others, as distasteful as it is.
Where are these companions? Have they been located yet?
I haven't been paying much attention for that. All I know is that Vox communication was picked up. It's encrypted, so who knows? They're running encryption on it right now to find out who and what was said. Well, we can guess. Probably someone up here, if I wouldn't have a guess, trying to levy their bets. Better for them.
Has a beast ever broken out before?
Oh, once or twice. When it was corralled back in. Unfortunately, it's an off-world beast. Like I said, brought by your predecessor from one of his many wonderful campaigns, I'm sure.
I'm going to say, almost like trying to change subject slightly. I say, is there no reason why these beasts have never been attempted to be tamed for the purpose of winning this endless and needless war?
Well, in this case, the beast is untamable. It's a Xenos race, of course. We know little about it aside that. It eats, it slithers, and it kills. Seems to be all it is meant to do.
That's all we're all meant to do.
Oh, I for one am not too much into the killing of things. I much rather quite the opposite.
I feel like it's coming on to me.
A little bit. A little
He
bit.
says he likes the opposite. Kind of a star will kind of turn and look.
She's like,
No, she's actually thinking maybe he has some kind of healing powers or something. She's curious.
oh, I thought she was like, I'll make a baby.
No,
That's not.
it's Ostara, please.
Listen, I don't know. Moving on. So yeah, I will, same idea. It's, he says, quite the opposite. I'll nod and say, are you a doctor of sorts?
Yes, actually, I'm Meister Physician Doctore. One of the lead doctores here, yes.
Have you ever inspected the cadavers that come out of this pit?
There are not usually cadavers left.
It
I
swallows
tend
them whole, or at least consumes them completely.
tends to melt them.
Acid is that corrosive?
It is.
And it fires this acid, if I heard correctly.
Yes. Spit, specifically.
You said you were a maester?
Yes, master of my art, yes.
Have you seen the current commissar?
Unfortunately, yes. I have.
Is that why you are not interested in being in his position anymore?
He kind of actually gives a quick look towards Luther to gauge his reaction.
I'll say I'm being incredibly rude, and my apologies. Not only am I Luther Hushard, who I believe you've already discerns that, this here is a companion of mine. Her name is Stara, random last name. And she is a, what's the word I would say, member of the House Atreides.
She will offer her hand.
He takes her hand very gingerly. You notice
Cold
his
and
hand
limp
is...
hand. And
Yeah, you notice his is...
He's like my favorite kind.
warm, soft, and overly manicured.
Yep, absolutely. I love cold and soft.
great. She says, and she says, Adeptus Arbites.
Ah, I see. Well, will you be joining the Commissar on World? Will you be going away when he is settled?
I have not decided yet.
Well,
Depends
I
on
can
what they
assure
need
you
from me.
that.
I'm still trying to get in touch with my previous companions. But I have met with the RBTs here, and I will help here for the time being.
Good. They are, well, dare I say, and he kind of looks over his shoulder, making sure that no one else is listening. And when a couple seconds pass where he's comfortable enough where he doesn't think anyone else can hear, they are the ones keeping most things together, civilian-wise at least.
Can I insight check this fellow? Because
Yes.
I'm a weirdo and I'm always like suspect of everyone.
I mean, you're a cop.
I
That's
know,
your job.
I'm like a detective, so. Yeah. See how this goes. I will spend a wrath to reroll if well. Did it pop up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't hear it either.
It's not come for me yet.
Okay, let me refresh my.
Same. Oh no, it closed all the sheets I had open.
Oh, there
Check.
it goes.
Now it's
There
about
you
to
go.
roll
I see the
like
insight
three.
check.
First
Ooh,
one was a 7.
7.
Seven's
Did you
pretty
get a
good.
glory too?
No glory.
No.
No, but you could shift.
Wait.
Yeah.
No. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can shift one of those into a glory or into a bonus, basically.
Actually, I would like to shift it into like more insights, like more information.
Okay.
Like if there's something else that he's not like,
So it's not so much that he's
or if he's
not,
looking at a specific person when he's trying to not.
He's actually looking at the one person in particular that I mentioned before, the larger man on this levitating platform being basically carted around. And he's eyeing that person in particular as he's speaking.
Does he seem like he's telling us the truth? Like of his actual feelings, or does it look like
Of
he's
his
trying to
actual
like bait
feelings?
us?
He appears to be telling the truth, not baiting you, but also reluctant, trying to pry information from you as well for his own personal gain.
Of course. I mean, that's politics, right?
But you also get the distinct feeling that, yes, he definitely does disdain these games. Like,
Okay.
that's completely true.
When he whispers and when he leans in and whispers, she leans in further and she says, "I do not take kindly to people who hold back things. Seems you are trying to use us for some reason.
Ma'am,
Perhaps it has to do with them." And she will kind of like look at the man that he's.
ma'am, eyes only, no full head turn.
What?
He says,
Eyes only, no full head. No,
Yeah,
like,
like,
don't be like,
don't-
"Huh? You?
Yeah. She only.
You saying you think she's hot? That one?
that's...
She'll probably use like terminology that he would know, like cardinal direction or something. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah. I mean, you can just shift with your eyes. And
Yeah.
Very subtly.
She's attempting to be subtle. She's not the
And-
best at being subtle because she's weird.
He would whisper back, dance with me for a moment. Excuse me, Kama-san. And he kind of takes your limp hand, puts another hand on your hip, and
She looks at him and she's like, "I do not dance."
You can dance if you want to. You can leave your friends behind.
then, for the sake of what I need to tell you, pretend.
Pray the God Emperor doesn't make me step on your feet.
And he chuckles at that as he kind of continues whispering in your ear. And he kind of motions you so you're looking over his shoulder at the man on the chair. That is Foros. He is one of the, shall we say, leading representatives of the war. There's rumors that, well, the war would have ended long, long ago. However, he helps fuel it, supplying arms, soldiers from his own personal holdings.
What does he get out of it?
I have no idea, truth be told. This war makes no sense to me.
I agree.
And, he twirls you out towards Luther, holding your hand, and then releasing you gently.
While they were dancing, just because I'm not going to be awkwardly watching them like some sad puppy, I'm going to look through the floor and see if I can find Tournay and his soon-to-be demise.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Didn't he point him out, the guy?
He did. He pointed in the general direction.
Yeah, but I don't think we ever got full eyes on
I
Torne
rolled
yet.
to see, but I wasn't told what I saw. I rolled a 5.
Well, I thought like we didn't see him yet. I thought we just saw the lizardy thingy.
No,
No, you
that
saw
was
a replay.
earlier.
Ooh,
Holy
Wrath
cow! There's a glory.
Excuse
Wow.
me. Excuse me.
Wait.
Just like to
Scott,
talk to
Okay.
Snoell for a second here.
Scott,
Snoell, who fails?
what is your dice for this?
Do you want to know?
Yeah.
8.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
he rolled
Who doesn't succeed?
everything.
You just rolled all the 6s in the world.
Yeah.
Seriously, Scott
Yeah.
always
You're
rolls
one away
so
from
well
Yahtzee.
on this show.
6, 8.
5. No, he rolled 5 6s.
So you
Because
can
the glory is
definitely
a six.
shift.
I'll
gonna
take
shift
that
one
glory
glory.
at it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I automatically get a glory, and can I just
Oh,
give
I
myself
already-
a second?
I
Oh, you
already
did. My
added it.
apologies.
You
Yeah,
can
I'm on
shift one of those into glory.
Yep.
On top of the glory that you already get, and you can shift one of those into one of the other 3 options.
Okay, so Tyler, we should have a total of 3 glories, assuming I shift
Yep.
in the second. Okay, perfect. And then I just want more information about Tyler, so I forget how you phrase it, but I want to more or less like know where he is in relation to the lizard kind of thing. You know, like
Yeah. So are you trying to like just look with your eyes, or are you walking around looking?
I'll move around. They're going to be on it for. I mean, dances usually aren't 10 seconds. So. Unless you're dancing with me, and then you're like, never mind.
Yeah.
Depends on how
You
many
walk
times I step on his
towards-
feet.
I mean, it's a waltz. It's really not that hard, guys.
Should I roll like athletics?
No, it's a waltz. People don't step on
I want to
feet
roll
unless
it
they
just
try.
to see.
Roll piloting.
I roll real bad.
You step on his
That's a
feet multiple
complicated-
times. Take that rune. Yeah.
She
So
dips him.
yeah, Luther, you kind of migrate towards a group of people who are enthusiastically speaking, and you kind of saddle up into their group of like 6 people, and you notice the floor below them is basically a heads-up display. It has a icon with basically a little arrow and circle around a tree. And off to the side, there's like a zoomed-in camera view of Tarani with his guns out, just like looking back and forth. And you notice that there's another icon, this one in bright yellow. And you notice something odd about it, where it's showing the general location of something. It has -10 next to it.
I feel like that's a space on a grid or something like that. I don't know.
Well,
like
as you
-10,
look
like not
down-
quite on the grid yet. Go ahead.
Yeah, as you
Just-
look down, there's nothing there, but
Yeah.
the number is fluctuating ever so slightly
Yeah.
from as it's slowly making its way towards the tree from like -11, -12, back up to -10.
This is a position on an X, Y, probably Z axis. That's probably his Z position, and it's literally as he makes his way up to the grid, and where he's like, "Oh, welcome to the Hunger Games."
Yeah, like
Late entry.
Dun, dun,
you would easily be able to tell. Yeah, it's the depth of the creature in the ground.
Yeah, there we go. Cool, and
Yeah.
that's going to be Gildo over there. Cool, awesome. And where did you say they see this? Is this through the floor as a HUD, or is this on
Yeah,
a
it's
different?
literally through the floor.
Oh, okay, cool. So the floor is acting as a HUD for all the people that are looking down.
Pretty much.
That's cool. Awesome. Now, last thing, I don't believe I do, and I don't think Maggie does either. Neither one of us have the ability to transmit visuals, do we?
No, I don't think
Yeah.
I have.
Not unless you guys spend a wrath and say that you pick something up.
No, I did. I mean, I don't think my character is like an iPhone. So, so the
Oh, you mean like our VoxCon? Like if we had like a.
yeah, it's a
Yeah,
set.
basically,
It doesn't
yeah,
even matter because
yeah.
we can't communicate with him anyway. Like our.
No,
We're broken.
no, I understand. So at least I know where Gildo is. So, and our comms with him are completely cut off too, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
not
fine.
with Gildo. Not yet.
Oh, okay, cool. So then I'm going to when Maggie comes back to me, since I had seen this stuff, probably finishing up right as she's coming back to me. I'm going to give her try to be subtle so he doesn't notice. But I'm going to give her a look like talk. So just going to give her like a pointed like eye contact.
Yeah, she'll look in the direction he's looking.
I'm not going to like even look down in that direction. I'm just going to give you an eye contact like something like discovered something like aha.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as you give that look, you hear just off in the distance someone. It appears that a second combatant shall be joining soon. Open the door for him now. And at that, we swap over towards Gildo and Tarane. Tarane, you hear this loud, just hissing noise and a loud metallic as the door slowly creaks open. And now you're able to see it's a massive vault door.
If a door's opening, he's gonna pay it. If is it the door I came in?
Yes.
Oh, he's gonna sprint towards it. Sprint towards it while checking behind him with his pistols drawn.
No. Gildo, you finally made it to the bottom floor. It's been relatively uninteresting. There's nobody here.
Do you think I'm close enough in comms range for? Yeah, I've probably been trying Tarane on my comms. Tarane,
you've just been getting static. Finally, Tarane, you hear just a very faint voice over the static as you're sprinting towards this door. And
hey, you can hear me? You can hear me out there?
Yeah, where are you? Gildo, this door has
running towards the door. I just came in. I'm trying to get away from this lizard thing that's in here, probably going to eat me.
Yeah, and Gildo, you're standing directly in front of this door that's now wide open.
Hang on, I'm coming. I can't hear you. And I'm going inside.
Yeah, as soon as you enter, you're assaulted with memories of Catachan. It's almost as if this was slightly modeled after your home jungle. Oh, feels good to have an air full of liquid again.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love
Jurassic Park theme place?
200% humidity.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's oh, man. You know, like certain aquariums or zoos have those like humid rainforest exhibits. It just feels like that. It's so good.
Oh, I love those. I hate actual humidity. I love those though.
Gildo's hair actually likes the humidity, and so it's just like
it actually like stiffens up. It grows slightly.
Yeah. It has a little, and it has like a sheen, like sheen.
It's revitalized.
Frank,
like,
can I
there's
roll?
No wind in here, but suddenly like the bandana starts like blowing.
So I didn't get your full message when you came in, and so I kept going. And do I see him or what?
I was gonna ask Frank if I should roll awareness as I'm running and looking.
You should definitely
looking
roll
over
awareness.
my shoulder.
Yeah, and Gilda, as soon as you open that door, suddenly slams shut behind you.
Ah, shit! The door's shut.
My head just goes down. We're in a fighting pit, aren't we? This is a fighting pit.
Can I hear that through comms now that we're in the same?
I think I just have the comms on, but that's just me talking to myself.
And the comms themselves they're still very staticky, but you're literally just in close enough proximity where it's going to get through whatever's kind of jamming at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about pit. We're in the observation deck. We're in a lizard's home.
Are the doors and walls electrified?
Yeah.
We're in a pit.
Ah, shit. Yeah. You literally, Torna's just rattling off curse words left and right from every possible language that he knows or anything else.
All right, I don't know where you are yet. So smack yourself. Get it together.
I'm running towards you. You came in the damn door, didn't you?
Yeah. And we're leaving through that door. You hear me? You hear me, Jeremy? We're leaving through that door.
All right.
Yeah, but we got to work together. And we're going to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Trane,
We're gonna kill this thing.
as you're looking over your shoulder, you don't see any beast or lizard, but you hear something.
Ah, shit, something's behind me.
You, not so much behind you, as you clearly can see now Gildo standing in front of his door with his knife out. But you hear a rumbling underground.
Hell. Hey, I think the lizard can dig.
Yeah. I mean, does it? Am I aware?
Yeah, it's underground.
It's digging.
And now you
Okay.
can also see, a fool sprinting with both guns out towards you.
Oh, he would if he heard that noise, he would have slowed down and had his pistols on the ground if he saw Gildo, and just would be watching and looking at the ground, like moving towards Gildo and watching the ground.
All right, so it's definitely moving on the ground.
Yeah.
What's my terrain like? Is it just full of jungles and trees and stuff? Nowhere to like get off the ground?
There,
I literally just jumped out of a tree.
it's
Okay.
literally just jungle terrain.
Is it a tremor situation?
No desert.
Okay.
Like there's tall trees here.
Yeah.
It's lush undergrowth as well.
Okay. Considering this smells and feels like Catachan, do I have an idea of what is burrowing towards us? Or no? Or is it really honestly?
You did
Vegas
receive
doesn't.
the same radio messages as Torane for this, so
Space Viking.
roll survival actually. And this is
I mean,
simply because it
this
might be
is-
something.
It's like my background and stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
11. Tell me everything.
Oh my
Honestly,
gosh.
from the description, it's something that is familiar to you. Now, whether or not you know exactly what it is the question.
Hail, Space
All right.
Viking.
No, I mean that's fair. I'm probably like naming
What's-
off random Xenos.
Yeah. Oh no, it's.
Or is it
basic-
from Catachan?
No, it's not from Catachan
Okay.
itself, but it's definitely something that you do. You recognize it. It's in the back of your head. Unfortunately, to tell exactly what it is without actually seeing it was a difficulty 12, so you were super close.
Okay.
But didn't they even say /lizard over the comms?
Yeah, but that's a nickname for it.
Oh, okay.
But
That's fine.
it's basically as soon as you get eyes on it, you're
I'll know
pretty
what it
sure
is.
you'll know exactly what it is.
That's fine. Is there anything? Okay, so the next relevant part that I need to know is, are there any creatures in my
Hail, Space
memories
Viking.
that would not be susceptible to a knife from the
Space-
outside? Okay.
Jump down its throat, slice it in half. It's just a new
Yep.
vent.
Yeah, there are
Yep, you got it.
exactly. There are several Xenos creatures that you do know would not be susceptible. You can't really think of any that are burrowing creatures, though.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
We didn't conquer the scars for nothing. Come here, Xeno. And I got my knife out. I'm ready to go. I'm gonna wait for it to pop up, and as soon as it pops up, I'm gonna kill it.
yeah, and suddenly the rumbling stops.
Good. Ha!
Still quite some
Too
distance
afraid.
from you.
Show yourself.
I think it's listening for us to move. Maybe we should stop moving.
No, it's clearly afraid.
All right, whatever you say. It's afraid, so it stopped. But maybe we shouldn't move either, just so we're ready to shoot or stab. In your case.
No, I'll walk. I'll walk towards it, or where the sound went. I'm ready. I don't care. I'm not afraid of this thing. Look, I have my Catachan knife. I'm literally not afraid of anything.
Yeah, you're not exactly sure where it was, but yeah, you walk further into the undergrowth.
Poor Tyler is in
wanna
a
be-
party full of like these sociopathic, fearless psychos. He's like, yeah, I'm willing to fight, but for the
I'm
right
also-
cause. And
Yeah, isn't everyone else immune
Well-
to fear except for him?
Yep.
I would like to also point out that I'm also deliberately drawing it away from Tournay, so Tournay is
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not super intimidating.
Maggie's a
I
mouth
have a
breather.
gun!
Heard. Maggie's just like, hi. Star is my name.
Whoa.
That actually sounds pretty accurate.
That tracks. All right, so I'm trying to bait this thing out. I would love to stab it in its either scaly or insectoid, whatever's eye,
Yeah.
whatever it is.
You know, you unfortunately.
What do I need- what do I need to
do? Athletics.
Athletics.
Yep. Cool, you pass. As you're stepping about, your foot suddenly caves in to the ground, and you're able to step away as basically the ground underneath that one foot just collapses into this almost pitfall that simply goes down.
Oh, it tried to make a trap?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. It makes traps. You can play that game.
You stab the ground.
Yeah. How do I get this thing to come after me?
Just whistle at it. Hey, come here.
Yeah, right?
Come here, Genos. Come here.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I want to do.
Honestly, that for burrowing creatures, to your knowledge from what you rolled before, do tend to go by sound.
Right, so I'm taunting it.
Yeah. Just
Go and
tell
fight
how
me.
you're doing.
Fight me, coward!
Yeah. And Trane, what are you doing?
I'm taking aim towards wherever that hole appeared from.
Cool.
Ready to
You wouldn't last a day on Katachan.
Yeah, it's literally only about foot size.
Oh, it's only about the size of a foot.
Yeah, a hole just big enough where if someone stepped in it, they might break their ankle.
Is this going to be the new little lizard creature from Frozen 2? Spoilers.
I've never seen it.
Oh, okay. I know
Wow.
what you're talking about.
Spoilers. For that
I'm-
movie I don't intend to watch.
Dude,
I'm,
it's so good.
I'm keeping my eyes peeled for this thing, and as soon as it tries to attack, I'm going after it. But I'm learning that it's trying to bait us and trap us,
Mhm.
which is interesting.
Torne's gonna yell at Gildo and be like, "Hey, I know you got one knife. You want another one? I got a chainsword if you want it."
Keep your eating instruments. I got a knife.
Okay,
I thought you were gonna say your
Gildo, dual wield.
No, I don't need to. Save it. You're gonna need it.
Both of you just make another quick awareness.
Oh, complication.
That's fine. Okay. Gildo, you notice rumbling again. Far quicker than last time. Whatever it was doing before, it is moving faster than you would have ever expected underground. There's only one creature that you can think of that can move that fast that you've ever encountered before. Unfortunately, it's moving towards not you. It is moving towards your friend very quickly.
Okay. Like, Torne, it's going for you, but I'm probably gonna be too late to even call out to him.
Yep, and unfortunately, Tarane, you rolled a 3 free awareness. Behind Tarane, as he's still too slow to turn around, Gildo, you see this 6-armed, serpentine-like beast launch out of the ground. 2 massive sighting claws over it, with 2 more sub-claws on its torso. Its telltale white and purple exoskeleton gleaming in the lights as dirt falls off of it. I'll message you.
It's a nice Michael Bay shot.
It's a slash lizard.
Okay.
All right. And at that, I think that's a good breakpoint.
Wondering what is being whispered.
Here comes Tornae's death.
Hmm. Okay.
And I assume you know what that is.
Yes, I do.
Okay, good.
So
Okay.
we will be returning after a short, roughly 8-minute break. So thank you for tuning in. If you're enjoying the show, please give it a follow right here. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. That helps support us a lot. You can also help by retweeting and all of that jazz and following on all of the things. And if you want to help us in a monetary means, you can subscribe to the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/MargaretCrone, or you can donate, and the link to donate is there as well. Or you can do exclamation donate in the channel. All right. Well, we'll see you after a short break.
Bye.
Unsung Fury.
Hello everyone, welcome back to part 2 of episode 12 of Unsung Fury. Take it away, Frank. Give me 1 second. Now take it away, Frank.
Okay.
Helps if I unmute you.
Now,
It is
Somebody
nice
was
though
saying-
having the power to mute.
I
What?
have the power.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm done with that. All right. So, Tirane, a serpentine-like beast with the 6 siding arms has erupted out of the ground behind you as you're slowly turning. One siding claw, this massive claw waving down towards you, almost as if in slow motion. You said that you're going to do something?
Oh yeah, I said I'd use a. Can I use a glory to have dived away from the staying creature?
In this case, it would be a wrath.
Or a
but
wrath,
yes.
yeah. So
Yeah.
when it came out of the ground, that's my last wrath.
Wait, you already spent both of them?
Well, the first one was the reroll that I had
Oh,
to
I totally
do.
forgot. Big oof.
So, so he's dive as the creature came out of the ground, he dove away from that area, and kind of rolled onto his back to face it as he's trying to get to his feet.
Yeah. And combat begins. So which one of you wants to go first?
I
mean, you're closest.
that's why I was like, I should probably go first because I'm close to
In case
it.
you die, get as much damage out as possible.
So if I'm facing the creature, I'm gonna take shots at it and back away.
All right.
So, all right, time to roll that sweet attack. That's damaged.
Now, I assume you're fighting with both weapons.
Correct.
Okay.
Because I'm within 24 meters of this thing. It literally just sprung up behind me.
Or is it?
Blasted.
All right, I rolled a
That will
9.
hit.
All right, so first damage is this one. Second damage is this one.
You do so much damage.
So 26, 15 of which ignores 3 armor.
I mean, you could just say 3 of which is ignored.
Oh,
All
but
right.
it ignores their armor.
The plasma pistol is going to be what saves us, if
Yeah,
anything.
no, flat out. Like I said, this is a boss battle. Oh my god, I keep opening up the wrong character sheet.
So basically aiming for the widest part of it, he just quickly dove away, turned, and on his back shoots as and then he gets up and backs away as far as he can.
Nice. All right. So, I'll have to do
this-
math.
This thing is bigger than I expected.
Yeah.
That's what she said. Sorry.
Glad it didn't come right up my butt. Tornail kind of laugh looking over at Gildo.
I'm not laughing.
11,
He's like, I'm not laughing.
15. All right.
It's kind of like a nervous laugh, not like a full laugh.
Going to soak. Nice. It's alive. It's injured.
It's a lie.
So-
I'm gonna spend a glory. I'm gonna steal
Okay.
initiative.
How dare you, son of a bitch. All right. So, literally, you fire your bolt gun directly, dead on hit into the middle of its chest. And as the smoke clears, it does nothing to it.
Ah!
But
And
the
then you fire
plasma
your
shot.
plasma gun, you fire, and you notice it tries to dodge out of the way, but you catch it just on the side, and you notice a large chunk of its chitin just get torn off. And
Yeah,
Loses an arm.
there's like a blue bubbly like
Yeah.
circle like out of the side of it, and you're hoping that would have killed it, right? And yeah, so wait, Frank, can I take over for a second?
Go ahead.
Cool. So like we have that moment, right? Of you're like, that didn't kill it, right? You're like,
Yeah.
uh-oh. Like you did the damage and it like sees the damage and it roars again, and then that's the point where my knife's gonna go through it. At least I hope so.
Now it's I'd say bloodied, but not heavily.
Yeah, no, this thing can literally rip us up. So I gotta go now. I gotta do it. So I spent a glory to seize the initiative.
All right.
Do I want to spend I can use my wrath to reroll a failure.
Correct.
But that doesn't help me for my attack roll, because I think I'm always going to pretty much hit it. It's a question of how much damage I do to it. I already spent my glory. Yeah. Right. So I'm just trying to think of a way to, I can't spend the other one for the extra die. So, okay. Sorry. Then I think this isn't the only thing we can do, though. I'm sorry for taking up so much time here,
No,
because
you're
we can do
fine.
combat
No,
actions
fine. Mhm.
that can help out here. And part of me thinks that I need to do all out attack.
Yes, that is definitely one thing you do. Sacrifice defense for more attack.
And really, just if I don't kill it now, then we're dead. Is really my thought right now, because I get +2 die on melee attacks.
And
All right.
you're gonna wrath with
I'll turn-
reroll.
Yeah, basically. And then if I charge, I only get 1 die. So I'm thinking about just all out attacking here and just fucking, defense be damned against this thing. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Charge plus all attack.
Well, I'm not. I can't do both. I can only do one.
I know.
Standard barbarian mentality. If I
Yeah.
don't kill it, we're gonna be dead.
Yeah. So the best
Yeah,
offense is a good.
literally.
Our best good defense is the best offense.
I mean, isn't
so,
that always the case? If you don't kill it, then you're gonna die.
No, now.
Well, I mean, I'm
Don't
gonna
ever
be the
think-
one next to it with the knife sticking
Yeah,
through it,
yeah.
holding the knife. So I feel like I'm gonna get eviscerated in a moment by
If I
6
die, then
knives.
clearly
This
they're
thing-
gonna die.
This thing's, what if it was one bug with 6 knives, and like we're dead. So
There
this
is
is my
a-
only chance.
Severe possibility.
So I do get 2 bonus dice to this attack.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna add that to it.
You can also spend glory for extra stuff for your
But
attack.
can I do that to damage?
Yes. you can do that for
Glory points, I can increase the damage. I'd rather get my dice through here with the extra dice and then just add extra damage to it at the end.
Yeah, there you
So
go.
you're doing
Well, you
all-out
glory you can
attack.
increase the dice pool.
Of the damage,
Right.
right?
No, of your whatchamacallit. You can
Yeah,
literally just
but
increase
why would
the
I-
dice pool. Have an extra
Right, but
dice.
I don't want to. I would rather just flat increase the damage by 1 point.
Oh, okay.
But you can do with glory. So it's like, why have the option to shift a die when I can get a full guarantee?
And he can all out attack, which is
Yeah.
+2 die
Okay.
on melee attack.
Exactly.
Minus
That's what I.
But
That's
you have -2 defense now.
right. That's what we were just joking about. Where if if it doesn't kill it, I'm dead. So I have to go
So-
all out here with my knife.
You're using 2 glory because you seized initiative and then to add to the damage, right?
You could
Yeah. So
grapple
no,
it.
1 glory.
One
I
of you
haven't
could
added
grapple.
the
No.
One of you could grapple it, and the other one just stab the shit out of it.
Yeah,
So I have to spend.
grapple it.
I'm only spending 1 glory right now. That's to seize
Okay.
initiative. And then I'm going to all out attack. Do I have to declare the glory to damage right now? Is that the thing we're talking about? Is that what's going on before I roll?
Yeah. So
then
you've already declared
I will-
that you're using.
Then I will
Okay.
spend. I will burn another one for the additional die, and then we have one more because Jesus Christ, we're gonna die. All right, so I have 2 attack bonus dice. Roll. 13.
Holy shit! And
Oh,
hey,
And again, I got a critical.
Wait,
Okay.
Wait, that's a glory.
Yeah.
You earned a
Uh-huh.
glory.
So you could spend
So-
that glory on increased damage.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Glory
So-
may be spent to increase
Ferocious
the damage of a
rending.
Successful attack.
Read that one out loud.
Each
For-
glory
oh.
spent adds 1 to additional damage.
This attack shreds the opponent's flesh into ribbons, gory furrows, red ruin, or torn open. I grind the bones, leaving them open to attack. The effect
Ew.
is the target suffers an additional 1d3 wounds and is vulnerable by 2. So it's going to be just as vulnerable as me.
Bitch.
And I can make a severity to add +1 wound to it. Can I just burn that glory?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
a
I'm
second
gonna burn the
glory.
glory to
You're
a second
gonna burn
glory.
the last
So it's
glory?
Yeah, the one you
to
earned.
get the severity.
Okay.
Wait,
yeah.
didn't you get the glory from the attack? So there should still be one left.
Do I gain glory for the attack, or does that just trigger?
No, you
the
gain
wrath?
glory for the attack.
Oh, then I'm going to then spend the glory that I just gained to invoke
Okay.
the severity of the critical for an additional.
At least
wound.
that's right now. That's what I'm saying.
Right,
because
cool.
Honestly, you deserve it.
So how much of this gets shifted? Let's talk about this for a minute.
Tyler, check the rules.
Well, I need to know its values, and then the remaining is my budget for shifting.
For what?
So shifting wise, because you're fighting against its defense. Its defense
Probably
is
10 or
6.
6. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I can only shift 2. No, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I have 5.
Because remember,
1,
the
2,
glory
3,
also counts as
4,
two.
You can
5.
shift for extra damage.
Right, but the problem is that a glory counts as 2, so I only have 3 dice I can shift
And then
because
shift
one
is-
of those gets stuck with the making it 7 actually, because I have 5 base, and then I need 1 more die to make it to 6, so that's actually 2 successes, so I have burn 1 success, so I have 3 dice. I'm
Yes.
gonna shift them all to damage.
Okay.
Yeah. Then you get 3 extra dice for your damage.
Yeah, because I gotta murder this thing. So I'm super murdering it.
So I'm
spending-
to murder it.
So I'm spending 3. Hold on. So it's just so we're following along here. I'm spending 3 right now.
3 glory.
Sorry.
Mhm.
No, I'm shifting 3 times for 3 extra damage.
Yeah.
It already comes with 1 base extra damage, so I'm at 4 now. I spent a
Good.
glory before we rolled for
You're
the
right.
additional point of damage.
So that should be 5.
5, and then after this I roll a d3 and add the 5 extra dice to damage, and then I roll the d3 and that gets added to this as well.
Got it.
Okay.
12
Oh, fuck you. All right, let's see. Let me do math.
plus 2.
So 14.
The 14.
Thank
Wait,
God.
wait, what's 12 plus 2?
Plus an extra 1 for the severity that just gets flat out added.
Fucking
So
fuck you.
The
So
severity
15?
is because that
My
costs-
character could survive 15 points of damage.
Yeah, I mean I'm not doing that much damage to it. That's the
just
thing.
kidding.
So it's a
Like,
total
it
of
would
15
more or
everybody.
less kill me.
But the plasma gun already brought it to about half health.
Right. And that's what you might have just saved our lives.
is it?
Because to put it math wise, the bolt gun literally soaked up all of its resilience. Well,
Okay.
most of its resilience. And then the plasma gun did 15.
Because it skipped 3 armor.
Yeah.
Is it a,
Look at everything I have to do just to do the same amount of damage as a plasma pistol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want to point that out too.
Yeah.
You do hurt it. And what were the defects on the
Vulnerable
It's
too.
Vulnerable 2.
Which doesn't happen to me. I imagine it just happens to.
No, it happens to the thing, not you. So
Yeah.
vulnerable literally just means its defense is reduced by 2, which means
Right.
its defense is now 4, so that's nice. It is also exhausted because it is out of shock.
But it gets to go.
I'm going to.
I'm going to use a glory to seize the initiative.
Nope.
No, you can't. We're going to do
Oh,
it.
darn it.
I'm going to spend a rune and restore some shock, make him not a tired boy anymore.
Fair enough.
Come
Jesus
on.
Christ.
Yes.
Minimum.
Yeah, 4. 4. Oh, I can't soak that damage. Fuck you. He's definitely hurt. He's bloodied. He has not a lot of health left. Very unfortunate for me. I like how on the character sheet. All right, he's going to claw at the person in front of him, and he's going to multi-attack that.
Torne?
No,
That's you because you ran up next to
Oh,
him.
I thought I came up behind it. Okay, sure.
no, because you were. So Torne was facing you with his gun pointed. The thing popped up behind him, which means. It was
Oh, right. So then I have to go in front of it. Okay.
yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Plus Torne ran anyway, because he's a coward.
Sure.
He's using a ranged weapon.
This is like the first time I'm going to take damage, by the way.
Yeah, I know. But if it hits you,
Like in the whole campaign.
yeah.
Oh, I'm getting hit. Like the question is, I never.
Yes, rune. Gonna take my rune back.
Did you only get 2?
Yeah.
My
oh
defense
wait,
is
no,
2 though.
I know I did it wrong.
Wait, that's damage. I think. I think we tried to do damage.
No, I have the thing set wrong.
How's this thing not dead?
Because it's a fucking Ravener.
I know. I know.
All right, sorry about that. There we go.
Yeah. I mean, two get through. So-
Okay. So
Wait, no. It has to get over my resilience, though, right?
Oh,
It's
that's
your
not damage.
It's your.
Oh yeah,
defense.
roll damage now. Yeah, you beat my. Yeah,
multi-attack is. Do I have to roll for? I have to roll for both, right?
I don't know actually. I presume you do them one after another.
Yeah, that's just what I was.
Yeah. My
Your defense
question-
currently is what?
2,
Okay.
and because
so
it's minus 2 because of my thing, so it's 2.
he-
It's originally 4.
He is going to give you some pain.
13.
Oh, that's not too bad actually. My resilience. Okay, 2 13s is actually bad.
Here's my question. What's that complication you rolled?
That's a ruin, right?
Yeah, it's a rune for DMs.
Or is it no? That's only if you roll a
'cause
6.
That's only
if you roll a
six.
6.
That's a
Yeah.
complication.
Out of ammo.
Yeah, that would
Weapon
be
stuck.
glory for us.
Ooh, hey,
Is your claw stuck in me?
his claw is stuck in you. I like how this one also has the blood splatter on it.
All right, yeah, no, this one's stuck in me.
Yeah.
That's fine with me. That's
Okay.
fuck it, whatever.
So you take 2 hits at 13. Resilience the other way.
So do we get a glory
help me.
from that
This-
one then?
Mm-mm.
This is the first time I've
for you
taken
guys.
damage, so I just wanted to make sure I'm doing it right.
Mhm.
So I take 13 damage. My resilience is 9. That includes my armor value, so that reduces it to 4. That goes directly to my shock if I have shock, and then if I don't have shock, it
You
goes to my
can-
wounds, right?
You can roll for shock. You can soak it, or you can take
Yeah.
it as more.
Oh, that's right. I gotta make a
Wait,
soak.
you can-
No, isn't a soak an action roll though?
A soak roll costs 1 shock, and then whatever you get on it, you can soak.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
So then I can just soak damage is the roll.
Which I think you can use a wrath to re-roll if you want. I don't remember, but
I'll
that's a good
soak
roll.
up 5 of that, which means I take 1 point of shock, and the remaining 4 gets gone. Happens again to me.
So the shock wise, you can move 5 of those wounds that you would take to your body into
the
shock,
shock.
instead.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
understood.
technically,
Okay.
you would take 6 shock in total if you want to soak that all.
Right. So if I'm going to take 13, so I'd be taking 4. 4 damage is coming in my way.
Only 4 total.
Well, it's 13 damage minus my resilience. So
Mhm.
13
'Cause
minus
it's
9 is
13.
4, which is spillover of 4, which I'm saying it's all going into the shock for the
Okay.
first one. I'm doing claw to claw. Each
So
claw.
you
Sorry.
take
That's
5
what I think
shock.
that's what's confusing. Yeah. So then the
Oh,
second
yeah.
one happens to me. I take 4. I soak it. Can I soak twice in the same round?
Oh, I was just going to allow you to soak all that, but if you want to do again, sure.
Well, here's my question: did the complication stop the second attack if he's stuck in you?
That
No.
was the second attack.
So I can only soak 2 this time. Which
No,
is,
because the first attack rolled the complication.
He has 2 claws.
Oh,
That's fine. I think
Well,
I'm.
actually, he has 6 claws.
I'm not even lightly wounded yet, so that's fine.
Well, fuck you. Cool.
Yes,
All right.
please.
And also, I ignore the first level of wounds, so that's fine.
Catachains are bullshit. So,
I
actually,
true grit,
tell me what
baby.
happened here.
I mean, I stabbed it and it returned the favor. Both of us have our weapons in each other right now.
Yeah.
And,
So you have
I'm like lifted off the ground by this thing, right? That's what I imagine. I'm not grappled, like I'm fictionally okay, but like I think just in terms of the scene as I charge in front of Tyranny and I get my dagger into this thing where it's like its heart would be, right? And like I get it in there and again it's all, and I like twist it and it just like rears in pain, but then it like doesn't die. And I'm like, oh no. And then like I get stabbed immediately. And then I get stabbed again. And it like picks me up by being stabbed as it pulls one of its sword arms out of it. And I'm like dangling by this thing. And I'm like, no, you bastard, die. So I'm like trying to stab it ineffectively. But the good news is that one of its arms is stuck in me. So
Man.
I'm going to shoot it. Shoot the damn thing. Shoot it.
So,
and try not to hit me with the plasma bolt, please.
Here's
That
where I'm
will
gonna be an
absolutely
asshole.
kill me. Yeah, what's up?
I'm going to spend a rune to seize initiative at this start of the
Yeah,
turn.
okay. Sure.
So I'm going to go again because I'm an asshole.
Yeah, that makes
And
sense.
I want you to be in pain.
Let's do it.
So he's going to use his 2 lower scything talons to go at you now.
That makes sense. He still has extra arms.
Yes.
Damn your arms. Need to give me 6 arms.
Noise.
I assume my defense value is back to 4. Or is that until I go again?
It's until you go again, I believe.
Okay, that's fair.
How many credits to make him Gorillion dough?
So that's 3. So you can shift 1 to damage if you wanted to.
I plan to.
Yeah. I mean, if you wanted to.
All right.
15. What's
I'm
toxic
good.
mean?
Toxic? He's basically poisoning you.
That's right. I need to see if I have.
So
it
let
has
me find
toxins.
the.
It's got toxin sacks. Okay.
Yeah.
How many meters
Um,
away are we up above?
You guys are about 150.
It's not resolve. Is it just a toughness test? Is it toughness against 3? Is that
It's
what it is
toughness.
for poison? Thank
I
you.
believe so.
Ew. Okay. Well, I guess that didn't happen.
Wait, you had a wrath to re-roll that.
You do have a wrath to reroll that. I'll allow it.
Yeah, I'm definitely wrathing to reroll that. That's bullshit. There you go. I don't know what happened in that
That's
first.
better.
I don't know what happened that first go around, everybody.
All right.
So
So, let's see.
I think I should have something else. I need to read my character. Go continue because I think I might have
Oh.
something about that as well. Nope.
It's
their
actually
wounds.
at the end of each round that you make that test. So
Oh,
we'll
okay.
count that. You pass it, but we'll count it at the end of this round. But you are poisoned.
Well, I had to roll it for the last round. So that was just now you seize the initiative and now you're attacking me again.
Yeah, because I'm an asshole.
So now I need to roll. Well, now I need to do damage first and then do the toughness. Cool. So again, it happens. I take 4. I'm gonna spend my last one to soak.
And remember,
So-
to soak, you also spend a point.
yes, I am. I have been doing that, and now I'm out of shock.
Perfect. So,
I can eat 3.
how many do you have left?
I have 0 shock left now.
All right. So, in the old version of the game, you used to go unconscious. Luckily, they changed that. Now you're just exhausted,
Okay.
which means, unfortunately,
I mean, no, I'm still. Do you only attack me with 1 scything talon?
only one.
Okay. Yeah. So with 1 scything talon, I can. What happens to the 3 damage? So I go down to 0, but I was soaking, and I'm actually out of stuff to
Yep.
soak.
So if you're out of soak and everything else pours
get
over
exhausted.
into wounds now. So exhausted,
Okay.
you may only take a basic move action, a regular action, a disengage,
Right.
and any more
15.
shock will go into more of the wounds.
Okay. So then 15 minus 6, or 15 minus 9 is 6.
Wait, you have 15 health?
No, that's how much damage you did to
Oh,
me.
I was about
I'm
to
doing damage versus resilience. So
Yeah,
then there's
resilience,
6 there. I try to shock, but I can't, and so I go to 0 wounds.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I don't have anything else to shock, so I take
Knocks
all.
down.
I'm just go to 0.
Nice. I'm actually happy I knocked someone down.
Yeah, I'm out.
So, out but not dead. Tyler.
Never.
Wait, are you exactly
Goonies
zero?
never say die. I'm at exactly 0.
Perfect. Then you are still technically alive. Tyler, you see this happening as Gildo runs up. Actually, Gildo, you tell me.
I mean, it's exactly. Have you all seen the ending of Stranger Things season 3?
Nope.
I haven't watched any of
No.
Stranger
Do you
Things.
care if I spoil, or does it matter?
I don't care. Chat might want to go.
I mean, have we seen the
yeah.
Battle of the Starcourt Mall? That's all I would say.
No.
I have no idea what that means.
That's fine. That's what's going on. Like, I'm literally getting this thing's holding me up by my own guts with its slashing arms, and then it got stabbed again by another set of its arms, and I just go unconscious. I'm just
I
like
know
limp
what
as
you're
I'm,
saying. I know
I'm
what you're
multiply impaled by this thing. I'm not great.
Yeah. And we see this as from like Tirani's perspective, which I assume you still have your prey sense on.
Correct. So I see like your blood flowing down its claws, and
Yeah,
the
it's not
heat
great.
Yeah, we just see
increasing
like
there, and
the red drip of his warm blood pooling on the ground as this creature throws him to the side now that it's done with him, and just roars this screeching bellow towards you. And it becomes your turn.
it's a
I
free
can't help
action
you
if
guys,
I
by the
don't
way.
move to take aim, right?
Yes.
He's gonna take aim then, which adds 1 dice to my attack pool, right?
Also, Eric, take a wrath.
Okay.
If you survive,
Eric's like,
take a
great,
wrath.
great. I have a wrath for my.
I have a rat. I can fight.
So I by taking aim, I get to add to my attack dice pool, right? It's just been a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
So take aim is specifically, let me pull up my cheat sheet.
Oh God.
Oh, god dang it. I shift it over and now I have the Christmas symbol for the Space Vikings in front of me. All right. So take aim, you sacrifice your move, and you gain 1 dice on a range attack.
All right. And he's Tornae's gonna take aim and just scream as loud out of his lungs, Gildo, no! And fire his shot.
Oh no.
Just all ones. If you want to spend a rat, oh wait. Hey, you hit
I
him.
don't have any. All right.
You can shift 1 into damage if you need to.
I will shift 1 into damage, so that's 1 die, right? Or just +1?
It's 1 die.
It's 1 die.
All right.
Your damage roll.
Yeah, it's going in my plasma pistol damage roll. All right. So here's the bolt pistol. Here's
Nice.
the plasma with the bonus.
The plasma. All right, tell me how you kill it.
Essentially, he aimed for the spot where he had just like dodged off to the side, hoping that he can incinerate through it and just slice it in half with his plasma firing. So he takes aim and he's yelling Gildo, and he's pissed off because he's the only somebody he bonded with really recently, and just fires his plasma pistol and bolt pistol right at that same spot, and it eviscerates it in half as it falls over. Bottom still kind of sticking out of the ground, and its body just falls opposite the direction of where he threw Gildo. And Tirane is just kind of just seething and pissed after taking aim, and is just looks around and probably just screams, "Are you not entertained?"
Yeah. And also, I think the funny thing is, also, Gildo, you did pass your toughness test for the poison, so it poisoned you, and you're fine. Cat-chan.
Joke's on you, Ravener. My guts are on the outside of my body. Can't poison me.
Yeah, so the beasts, it falls to the ground. 3 of its claws still reach out towards you as it's slowly getting slower, but still trying to fight, but not able to move as it's writhing on the ground back and forth in pain.
Tornay would take another shot at it if it's
I
still
think you
moving.
should help your friend instead.
Well, he was gonna move towards his friend.
I spent a wrath point to help myself.
Wrath.
Pick up my own
Honestly,
guts and put
that's-
them back inside my body.
That honestly was what I wanted to do, but you said if it's coming towards me, that means it's kind of threatening. But
Well, no, it's like it only has 3 of its arms in use on one side, so it's like not moving anywhere, but just like trying to reach out and attack you as it's dying in place.
Yeah, Gildo, Tarane would immediately run over to Gildo. That's his instinct. He's pissed off that Gildo went down anyway, and he wants to see if he's alive.
Oh, thank you.
Make a Medicaid check.
I'm glad I put some points into this, but here goes nothing.
He is just barely alive. You can tell.
Never say die.
If a pebble falls on him, he will die.
Tornay lays on top of him like.
I want to spend a wrath point to be
him.
conscious this whole way through.
Okay.
I mean, I'm definitely incapacitated, but I want to be able to talk to him. Good shooting there. No,
Good slicing and dicing. Too bad it does the same thing. Worried about you, dude.
It's okay. It's rather me than you.
I didn't even get a scratch. What kind of sacrificial lamb do you think you are?
Look, I'm gonna need your help. I'm not out of here yet. I need you to find my guts and put them back.
Yeah, he'd walk over and take his chainsaw out and
Well,
off one of the claws.
Well, here's the thing. Here's something that obviously it's not something I can really role play. But I had augmented guts.
Oh, okay.
So it's like
he legit
it's like
needs you to go grab his
cybernetic.
guts.
Yeah.
Quick.
Yeah.
Like it's literally.
your cybernetics.
Have you played
are,
Operation? Like
Yeah,
it's just like
I played Operation.
just put it back in.
Like your cybernetic spleen is over there. Your liver is like in a tree.
Luther gets popcorn and starts watching intently.
You're just
Show me more.
Tornay's gonna walk over and see if he can find it. If he has to slash off, he'd probably slash off a piece of the beast if he had to.
I mean, I will make
hell of it too.
I'll make a survival test if I have to fix myself.
don't
It'd
worry,
be
no.
Medicaid. But the good news is that rather than when I'm heavily wounded, I actually only take a -1 and not a plus, or a +1, not a +2 to numbers. Yeah, because I have true grit.
I was gonna say I might add that last dice pool to stabilize you.
I'm literally like every dying character out of Predator. This is all I've ever wanted. So like,
Yodo Tornado, the combo of Tornado will never die.
it got me good. Listen, there's gonna be more of those things
In here?
on this whole planet, man. That's why it's so important. I got that message out. Listen, there's someone coming who'll be able to help you.
I'm listening.
I think even like I'm dying, I won't tell you that it's a thing.
Not who it is.
It's in who it is, but it's important. Listen, they're not shit. It's not a Astartes. I'm sorry. What's the name of this space cops?
Arbites?
Adeptus,
Arbites. They're not Arbites. It's not Astartes. It's something else. It's more important than all of that. Listen to me. And I like try to like grab you, you know, like I'm like get you close. Listen, you have to believe them. They're gonna get us off this planet. Can you do that for me?
Yeah, but first I'm gonna do this for you. I have a med kit on me. I forgot I had a med kit on me.
Okay. Medkit me up.
Um,
Please say your Medicaid is better than mine, because mine's 4.
I was gonna use a glory to roll higher.
Because I'm not going to be able to coach you how to do it.
My Medicaid, my total pool is a 6.
The left spleen is connected to the right spleen.
So I can use a glory to increase that dice pool, right?
yes.
Yeah.
Now it's difficulty 4 to at least get him draggable at the moment.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have a wrath to reroll. It's all on this. Does the med kit give me any bonuses to that or no?
I'm gonna say yes. I'll give you an extra dice for it. I actually don't know if the Medicaid kit does actually do anything. Where are you? Let me look for the Medkit.
I think it just gives you the positioning to do it.
Yeah. The Medkit is required to treat battlefield injuries.
Here's the battlefield injury.
It doesn't give it any bonuses. It
just means you
you're
can.
allowed to.
Yeah, it means you can suture up my gaping gut wounds. I'm literally like ripped open.
All right. Here we go. Here goes nothing.
And like not just that, but like half of my innards are like poisoned. But like they're all the ones I donate.
Oh my
Oh my
gosh.
god, you literally rolled a Yahtzee?
He did. You can't shift anything, but
You got,
Hey,
you got a
it could have
7.
gone worse.
My
Yeah,
god,
I
did you
got
just
you.
save me?
Tornade,
Did you just save me?
literally finds
think
his
she did.
enhanced
The
gut
ship
and
is
just
still going.
shoves it in there.
It's
Okay,
gonna be
that's-
no. Wait, can we? This is what happens. This is what happens. You know, it's a thing where it's like, I think I messed up in a bad way, Tournay. I don't know if that medical kit's gonna work, man. Listen, I promised. Get through that door. You can do it, even if I can't. And then it's like that moment when you're like, no, we're doing it together. I'm getting you through the door. It's a
Yeah.
promise
No,
thing. And
No.
Yeah.
You came in here to save my butt. I gotta save you back now. We can't end this uneven just like last time. And he shoves your guts back in
yeah.
and starts
Hell
like
yeah,
suturing
Tyler.
you up.
Hell yeah, Tyler. It's so
Shoots him
good.
with some adrenaline.
Yeah.
No, Gildo dies from gangrene.
Perfect.
Oh.
He takes the venom of the creature and just like pours it into your
You
mouth.
gotta suck the venom out.
Suck the venom. You'll make it immune next time.
Thanks
just
for
wondering-
playing, Tyler. Thank you, man. That's so good. I'm so glad you're with me on this.
Yeah. So
So good.
literally, Gildo, you have this massive open wound on your
Just
stomach.
across my chest.
Just across your chest, like you have 3
Especially in my
major
gut, yeah.
stab wounds.
I just have a
While your
picture.
stomach is poisoned.
Yeah.
He grabs some dirt and rubs it on it and then puts duct tape over it.
Yeah, so you have to do that like literally like soldier thing where like my hands on your on your shoulder, right? I'm like super leaned on you, and you're like not like quite fireman carrying me, right, or anything. It's just I'm just like kind of on you, and I'm just kind of getting dragged by
He's
you.
gonna do that, and he's gonna have his one plasma pistol facing the door, and he's getting ready to shoot.
Yeah, hell yeah, it's
Both
so
of
good.
you take a wrath because I love this.
I know, me too. It's-
The bromance forever.
Yeah, and then as you guys are walking towards the still closed vault door, we zoom back up into the parlor or the viewing platform, where there's a lot of cursing at the moment. People shouting, other people shouting in anger, a couple people shouting in elation. They won a massive bet against this. The odds were not in.
What were the odds again?
The odds were
Luther got a
like-
lot of money
90%.
Yeah, no, Luther, you
cleaned
got a lot
up.
of money. You cleaned up here. Like two other people bet for the intruders.
And if they die before they collect, just saying a star.
Here's the thing. The funniest thing is he should get extra because he said Torrene would kill the creature.
To be fair, I did say
Or
that.
there was a
but-
secondary
but
combatant.
we don't know what they're gambling. We don't know if it's Las Vegas style. You know.
Or if it's just, yeah.
Ooh, does his
Couch
wealth go up?
We'll see
Okay.
if you guys survive long enough. What?
What?
I kind of figured there
Okay.
were worse things we're going to deal with here, but
Yeah, you can tell that people are angry.
I'll,
like not so much that they're going to riot. It's like, oh, I can't believe I lost.
I'll lean over to the song or whatever, and be like, "This doesn't happen very often."
This one?
Then.
And you can see on his face just this kind of. He's trying to hide a smirk. He's trying to remain placid and emotionless. I wouldn't say this would be a first.
I would say Torrene would actually take a small bit of the creature to take with him. Like,
That's fine.
he would chain sort a small bit that he could easily put on his body. If
I
he
will-
could harvest the venom, that would be it. But
this is a bad vino. You don't want on you.
I'm gonna say to Sasak, damn, looks like I won.
And that is the problem.
Yeah. people are gonna think, well, people are gonna think it's rigged.
Perhaps. But you didn't know.
Maybe we can arrange for another fight for these two. What's gonna happen to them next?
Are you just saying that to
Yep.
Sasan or just another person?
Sasan. I think it says Sasak, but Sasan, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Sasan,
Sasan-
the bear.
Oh, damn it.
What?
I just realized something. I'm so sorry about this. To cut you off. I just realized I have parry with my sword, which means I wouldn't have gotten hit by one of the claws. The very, 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 very first claw before I got
You
destroyed.
forgot you had parry?
Yeah, I
Because
never
you
had
were
to use
so
my knife
starstruck.
defensively. I've never had to defensively. I'm so sorry about that.
No. I wasn't saying.
just
I was
realized
saying.
it.
We
I
are
wasn't
so
saying aggressively. I was
fucked
saying
past
like
that
you
at this point.
forgot
I know.
because you were so starstruck by what a crazy creature.
It is
Oh
a
my
crazy
God.
figure.
Well, I'm just reading about all the other weapons. I'm like, what the fuck does my sword do? And it's like, oh, it has parry. Sorry. I'm
Like
sorry to
Tyler
interrupt you
Perry?
all. That's rude.
Yeah, you
No.
could have actually both times. Funny enough.
It only stops the defense value, but it wouldn't have mattered. It's the only time it would have mattered.
I mean,
Anyways.
next time.
Yeah,
There is
now
next time.
I won't forget.
Hey, whoa, hold on. Ah, damn it! I was gonna say Steve is what 9 gift subs away from I love you.
Oh.
I just realized that. I thought it was I transposed numbers in my head
Yeah.
for a second. He's 9 gift subs away from I love you. Aw.
141
He's so
is
close.
I love you.
Well, 9 away. 1 for 3.
143.
I think
Oh.
it's 143, yeah.
I was like, you're almost my age, Tyler. You should know this.
Oh, right. Okay.
You know what a beeper is, right?
Yeah, I know what
Yeah.
a beeper is.
Okay.
My mom used to have one.
It's a thing that goes beep 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 beep. My alarm.
My slightly older brother had one. So I mean,
All right,
Aw.
reeling us back in then. Yeah, you turn to Sasan, and what was your question again?
No. Oh, yeah.
Oh, what happens to them?
What's going to happen to them?
What happens next, I think, is what he said.
Well,
Yeah, what happens next?
if they're lucky, well, that one won't die from being poisoned. Shit. And he points over towards the opposite side of the this large arena.
I look.
And you see about 24 heavily armored and armed, not even soldiers. They almost look like thugs moving out into the field. Some of them with these long poles, which, sorry, you would recognize as literal catch poles, which are meant to go around the necks of people.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if they don't get out that door, then they'll be turned into gladiators. Unfortunately, they just proved their worth and value to be quite high. The Catachan might actually sell for more. He seems very brave.
He does. Where do they normally sell them?
Don't really know. Lower. This is one of the nicer places, we should say.
What is the
I have heard, she leans in and she's like, that there is a fighting pit down below.
There's several, actually. This is just one of them. As you can tell, it's for the, well... And he motions around like, you know.
Are there rules about these types of things? Is this normally against the law?
Not, it depends on what planet you're on.
Okay.
So
I'll-
there's no
I'll
galactic
ask-
law against it.
what tends to draw a greater audience? I suppose generate more commerce. The gladiatorial matches or the bouts with the beast.
Honestly, it depends on the beasts, which, unfortunately, this was one of the highest earning beasts. Whoever bet on this one, well, whoever else bet on it, it just made a fortune.
I've already said to you before, I'm here to serve the pre-existing or commissar.
Ostara leans in. She's like, and she like stares at him. That's the song, and she's like, "You're looking at him." She like leans her head over at Luther and kind of laughs, which I think is weird because she doesn't really.
I'm going to say we should make an example of these two. And to have defeated a beast that has otherwise never been defeated, we should make an example of them. Give hope to other gladiators that would come and fight the beast. That should you best them, you might actually have an opportunity to earn some degree of fame or even freedom. Something like that would get them hungry, would make them want to come and fight the beast, increase the number of rounds. Unfortunately, the amount of blood that flows, it would certainly satisfy the desires of the people of the city, and it would make the commissar a very happy man. He currently sits there. Let's make him happy.
Free these two gladiators. Interesting idea.
I don't think letting them completely free is necessarily a good idea. Perhaps a good whipping behind closed doors to make sure that they understand what they did was idiotic. But the people don't need to see that.
He kind of purses his lips, nods his head. Well, seeing as I am the other winner, and he smiles looking at you, I'll make a bid. And you see him raise his hands towards a very bookish looking fellow in a nice little vest with some cyber electronics over his eye, clearly meant to count numbers as he's typing away on what appears to be nothing, but his fingers themselves are these simple metal skeletons. Booking. Bid on them. And a couple other people hear this and immediately turn towards your group of three. As another patron says, ante up, I'll take it. And suddenly a bidding war over both Tirane and Gildo begins.
Ah, yes, we're grouped as a pair for the bidding process.
Do we have enough?
No, we're gonna split you. You gotta separate them. That's how you make the dogs really rabid. Ask Michael Vick. You gotta, you know what I mean?
Do we have enough to bid in as well?
What is your current wealth?
I'm with 3.
You're 3? What are you at?
I don't know if I calculated correctly
On
before.
the attributes channel in the mental section.
Yeah, but I don't think we got to choose that. Like it's a 3,
it's
but I think
default.
it's because you gave us a 3.
I think it's based on your class.
It's based on your class. You can spend for more during character creation, which is what Maggie did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pick a-
No, well, I had a 3 on there, so I mean, I must have calculated before. If you didn't tell me specifically a 3, that I would have gone through the calculations to end up at a 3.
Okay.
What is it now that I just earned this reward?
A lot.
Okay. I mean, I'm not going to bid yet because my general approach to bidding is to wait until the other people kind of test the water, see how it plays out. Because this is some meta knowledge. I honestly have no problem with this guy winning them. I think that could actually be advantageous, like thinking chessboard style. But I'm curious to see how it kind of plays out. So
yeah. Yeah,
I actually hang back and don't bid yet. I'll just watch him have his fun with others, as he gave me that obvious look of challenge.
Well, he didn't give you so much a look of challenge as much as, okay, I like your idea. Okay, yeah. I'll take them and treat them nicely.
Ah, gotcha. Then actually, I will. I'm going to try not to. I just want to see how it plays out.
Actually, I should have made you roll insight for that last one, but no, I'll give it to you.
I'm wicked smart. You like apples?
You can tell this guy's actually not an asshole. Yeah, a couple people drop out because the price of it is just getting higher and higher. It's to the point where some people are bidding land and troops and factories. And finally, after a good 10-minute bout of bidding up and up,
I will interject before it comes to an end, just to be clear. So go ahead.
It's down to Pharos, the heavy, gluttonous man in the levitating lounge, who's simply just lazily waving his hand every time that Sasson makes a bid. And you can tell Sasson's shaking his head. It's like, I can't go much higher.
I'm going to ask him, what would you do with them? Poignantly ask him that.
And I'm gonna leave their conversation. I'll tell you what I'm doing after.
Okay.
Who are you asking?
Sasson.
Sasson. Yeah. What would you do with them?
Well, honestly, I wouldn't whip them behind closed doors like you suggested. I wouldn't whip them at all. I could use a couple more physicianary assistants, but I doubt they have the skill. I'm not one for slaves.
Something tells me he's into some hard kink.
You can roll insight.
But take corruption.
You. Well, how are we out of glory, you boys? So I'm gonna roll insight. Bloop.
Because I wanted to make sure Gildo didn't die.
I'll take that ruin point back. You can actually tell he's being fairly honest. Clearly, he's lying. He won't make them physician assistants.
Yeah.
You do get the sense that while he says he's not into slaves, he's definitely into having servants.
Oh yeah.
It's like, I don't want slaves. Well, I'll have people fucking do shit for me.
I'll nod and say they seem to have skills that would be useful in areas other than a medical office. How about I lend you some of my winnings to guarantee your success, and you lend me those boys from time to time?
You can see him not even really hesitate to that and just nod his head. I honestly, aside from protection, won't have much use for them.
I nod and let him, and I will give him coffers to ensure his victory.
Yeah. So you would have gained 3 wealth from that.
Mm-hmm.
You will spend 3 wealth to win.
Jesus. That other guy is so wealthy, we should just let him win, and then you guys should just kill him.
So, right off the bat, both
you
you
have a Jabba the Hutt moment, like, oh.
You realize it would be me versus them, because Gildo really is in no shape to fight anybody right now.
But
you should have said you gained 3, you spent 2. I would have appreciated
I'm really not.
Astara, at the very least, would know this, where gladiators and the like usually not so much shock collars, but explosive collars for disobedience, where Suicide Squad. So running away, usually not a good idea.
Yeah. Whenever they're done with their conversation, I'm something else.
Okay.
So more or less that goes on, and eventually, I assume you're saying eventually he wins, but at the cost of me not gaining any profits.
No, I'm getting in on this before that happens.
Okay.
Oh, okay,
So
gotcha.
I meant while your conversation is happening, I'm doing something else at the same time.
Perfect. Go ahead.
Now let's shift over then to Astara.
Okay.
While they're before Luther even had the conversation of everything. What are you doing?
Well, when he started the conversation, I kind of
Okay.
I will make my way towards Pharos.
Okay.
Can I get close enough to talk to him? Like he's not.
To talk to him? Yes. The beautiful attendant that he has serving him stops you. His fairly toned, muscular, shirtless body glistening in front of you with actual glitter, like implanted into his chest.
Of course.
And he puts
What kind of club we at?
He wanted
Diamonds
to shine
in the
bright
rough.
like a diamond.
Yeah. He literally has, like, in his pores, tiny diamonds implanted. So he's constantly sparkle. And he puts a hand up to you and says, yes, how can I help you?
I want to talk to him.
You are?
Astara Thomas.
I don't recognize your name.
Does it matter?
Yes. We can't have any rabble talking with such an illustrious man.
I hate
will
this person.
Hold up my badge. And I will say, which I think I get a wrath for this.
You do.
I'm like, Sarbitis.
And he pulls something out from his more or less mankini and shows it towards you. And it's a house sigil. House Famas. We've committed no crimes, so there's no reason to bother my master.
I will be the one to say that.
Unfortunately, law here states otherwise. What crimes do you accuse my master of?
Did not accuse him of any crimes. You're the one who's talking about crimes.
Yes.
I just
In
need
that
to speak
case,
to him.
officer, you should take your leave.
Or perhaps you should.
It's literally just a staring match between both of you. Both of you just very placid facing each other.
Can I intimidation check?
You can try.
Okay. I know it's like a robot, so it's not
I mean, he's not so much a robot. He's full human, but
Oh, okay. The way you described him seemed like he was like a servitude.
no,
I
he
am
just
gonna
literally
spend a
has diamonds implanted in his pores.
I'm gonna
because
spend a
He's
wrath.
rich.
Wait, is
Okay.
is Foros the one I'm talking to, or is it the other one that I'm talking to?
Foros is the fat guy on the lounge. You're talking to the person
I'm
that was
not talking to
feeding
him,
you.
right? I'm talking to his servant.
His servant.
Okay.
Servant slash bodyguard.
Okay, I'm going to intimidate. And I will spend the wrath if I need
shit.
to roll. 8.
No, that's probably enough. After a while, he kind of starts to back down. It's like, let me check with my master. And he goes and leans down and whispers into Boris's ear, and you hear this approach as Foros beckons towards you, at the same time making another bid.
Okay. I'll walk towards him.
What is it that you wish of me?
I kind of lower my voice so other people can't hear as much. And I say, I hear you're the one I need to talk to.
For what?
Perhaps this is not a place to talk. I look around.
He lazily looks around, his jowls just slowly shifting to the side as he wobbles his very large head.
Should I just fight him? No, I'm just kidding.
Do it.
Yeah,
Kill him.
crush him. Just crush him. Crush him
Crush
like
the diamonds.
like a Coke can.
He kind of motions towards his servant. Bid for me. Marianne, take me. And the very large man behind him begins to push this cart towards a side of the room where no one is currently standing.
Who is going to be bidding for him?
The glittery man, the servant.
Oh.
But he's taking his main bodyguard with him.
Please tell me Glittery Man does the Twi'lek dance while he does it.
I don't even know what the Twi'lek dance is.
Frank, you're not a Star Wars
Yeah,
fan, are
I thought
you?
maybe if I could get him out, then he wouldn't do the voting.
Frank outsmarted you, Maggie.
He just has more people. He has more resources. It's okay.
No. You could crush him.
It's true. People might just think he died from being obese.
Can you crush him on the inside?
I say I wouldn't do that. When he kind of points to his servant, like as he's going to talk to his servant to have his servant bid for him. When he's like, bid for me, I say, I wouldn't do that.
And why is that?
If you do, you'll find out.
Little girl, I've had higher ranking officers stripped and thrown into the lower hives for lesser threats.
He just stares at him. I'm trying to be intimidating, but I don't know if that is. Seems like he doesn't care. Got a bodyguard next to him.
Mm-hmm.
I lean in and I'm gonna say it quietly. Or perhaps I just say what I wanted to say right here, and everyone will hear. You wouldn't want to tarnish your reputation, now would you?
He chuckles, and it's a roll through his body as he does so. And he goes and scratches underneath one of the flaps on his skin. Yes. My reputation. I've paid these people plenty to ignore anything that I wish them to.
You are spoiled. Haven't had to work for what you make.
Why work when I can have others do my work for me?
She like looks him up and down.
Yep, still disgusting.
No, I mean, she looks him up and down and says, like, and she points at his physique.
Ah. Do you like what you see, officer? Unfortunately, you're not my type.
He looks at him quizzically when he says that.
Is there anything further you wish to bother me about?
Did he finish his statement to his person? Are they still bidding?
That's up to you. Do you want this to go until the end of the bid?
Well, I wanted him to not be able to bid is my goal with it.
So the other person is bidding at the moment.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I told him to stop in the middle of that, but I'm guessing that didn't stop him. No, and I don't get to roll or anything to persuade him otherwise.
I do want you to actually make a roll for it to see. Roll another intimidation, actually, for the other guy, the Mr. Glitterman.
Mr. Glitterman. Okay.
I didn't come up with a name, and if I did, I
will
forgot
spend
it.
a wrath to reroll if I must. We have no glory, you guys.
I wonder why.
Sorry.
Unless Frank counts my awareness roll there, we would have gained one.
I mean,
Complication. But I got an 8.
An 8? That's pretty much enough. The complication you will enjoy.
I will enjoy. Oh no.
No, I said you won't enjoy.
Oh, I won't enjoy. Okay.
Yeah, so Delric, you actually do outbid I'm gonna call him Diamond. Oh man, no, Crystal. His name is Crystal.
Damn it! That is so. I was like, how could you be Diamond? Crystal is so good. Is it with a K?
Yeah.
Chris with a K
God.
and
It's
two
actually
S's.
Crystal.
Crystal.
Yes.
Oh,
T-U-L.
Crystal.
jeez.
Oh, love it. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Yeah. So
McDonald's?
yeah, Star, you were actually able to distract Crystal just long enough as he's like looking over his shoulder that because the bookkeeper is like going real fast, just like an auctioneer, speaking really, really fast, obviously augmented voice and brain to speak that fast, like way faster than normal. And he misses the next bid. And you see just this wash of fear roll over his face as the bookkeeper announces, the 2 new gladiators now belong to Sasan. As soon as they are captured and branded, they shall be given unto him.
Okay. And as soon as I start hearing them say that, I lean.
Sounds like I saved some wealth.
Towards Pharaohs, and I
You
say, "What do you gain anyway?"
To Sasan or to...
To Pharaohs. I'm still talking to him.
Nothing. I would have simply had them fight in the lower pits.
I wasn't talking about that.
Hmm.
You know what I'm talking about.
To gain in what way?
I look around, and I think she just kind of stares, and then she says like a little prayer, and then she looks back over to him, and she, can I spend a wrath to say that I have an item?
Yeah,
Like,
that's it's in there with the decoration.
Like, not an heirloom necessarily, but something to that represents war. Some type of
A gun.
It's 40K. Everything represents war.
Yeah, exactly.
I know,
Bullet?
but something that he would recognize as the war between the 2 of them.
So he's simply a profiteer, a war profiteer, to put it into simpler terms. So you could literally say that you pull out some throne gilt, which is the not so much universal currency, it's the currency of rogue traders and the like. And yeah.
Okay.
And he'd probably recognize that. If you spent wrath, at least.
Yeah, I'll spend the wrath.
And exactly what are you trying to convey to him by doing such a thing?
That he's gaining something from the war.
Little girl, you are melding with things that you are unfamiliar with.
Oh, believe me, I'm very familiar with it. But aren't we all?
Wow. Yes.
Some of us on the other side, though.
I supply both. I do not care. They pay well.
That is what I'm
Matt.
saying. What do you gain from helping both sides and keeping this irrelevant war going?
I supply both sides. Both sides pay me. Manpower, supplies, land.
What if someone were to pay you to stop?
They would need to pay me an entire world worth of supplies.
Done.
I see. But you have no reason for it. No use. But there are people who do have use. For families. But I suppose you don't care about any of that.
Why would I care about such dirt lickers as that?
You must have loved someone.
Oh
that
my
told you
god,
to
I think my
that.
cat broke my headphones. I fucking hate cats. It broke the connection I used to connect my headphones into.
Nice.
Use the one that's on the mic.
Oh my god. No, we can still. Can you hear us?
No, you can't.
You can't
Anybody
hear
want a
us.
cat? Fucking hate cats.
Can you hear us now?
Fucking hate cats so much.
No.
Does he
I
need a new
swear.
pair of headphones?
Cat's
I
gonna
think he
accidentally find itself left out in the woods.
Again.
Oh, there's a coyote in the neighborhood. Oh, that sounds unfortunate for someone.
Yeah,
Hello?
Yeah.
Can you
Oh,
hear
wait,
us?
I
He
don't.
can still hear
I
you.
want- Everything's set up to not. Oh my god.
Somebody should type that we can hear him.
Yeah.
And I'm running the stream, but
All right. Recipe Scott. Oh wait, he froze. Oh no, he's back.
no, he's looking.
He's
around.
moving his eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Trying to change his audio properties, probably.
he kind of just lazily turns towards you and just gives a heavy shrug. Why would I care about the lowly lives of them? They mean nothing to me.
She said, I don't know if you heard what I said because
I didn't.
chaos ensued with Scott. She said, "You must have loved somebody at some point."
Why love somebody when you can love many? Money can buy quite a lot of things.
But that is not actually. You know that.
Why would I care?
I know what you're trying to do. I do it in my own way. Hiding the pain.
I hear you now.
Oh,
There is no pain. There is quite a lot of pleasure. And he does this creepy finger crawl up his body as he says that.
Yeah. Dara just stares. Like, her expression does not change. And when the conversation, or when it ends, that like,
Yeah.
he's obviously lost the bet. He says, "I hope it works for you."
What? And he notices the betting just ended as Crystal looks towards him with this clear, frightened look in his eye. You lost, you incompetent fool. Kaliana, you know what to do. And the large man behind him releases his grasp on the cart and immediately walks over and backhands Crystal hard across
Before
the
he
face.
can backhand him, can I like hold his hand with my crush? Now, I'm not trying
Sure.
to crush it. I'm just trying to hold
Yeah,
his hand.
you can totally. Yeah, that's still a regular roll for it, but you can say that you're not doing damage.
I will roll
Oh, I was really hoping you would roll the
8.
complication there.
Oh, and
Yeah.
so many upgrades.
Yeah, you easily make it. You don't hurt him at all. It's literally he goes to raise his massive arm, swings, and right before it hits Crystal in the face, who is flinching away, you grasp it with your
I like.
psychic powers.
I have my hand like underneath I have like my cloak or whatever, and I'm like holding my hand, pointing it towards that direction underneath my cloak.
Yeah. Mind you, psychic powers, it's not illegal, but it's distasteful. Galleon, what do you think you're doing? Do as you are told. And he attempts to, like, pull his arm away.
I wonder what happens when you don't get your way.
And you can tell he's not listening to you as his face is getting redder as he's getting angrier, shouting at the muscle to smack at the other servant.
crush his heart. He looks like he's about to have a heart attack anyway.
Maggie, that renegade icon is popping up.
I mean, she'll like let go of his hand whenever, like, let it down.
Yeah. Oh no, he's still trying to push through your hold.
Oh, okay.
He's going to obey his master on this one.
Okay. Well, then I will hold my. I will sustain.
And how long are you willing to go for that? Because he's getting angrier and angrier as he's shouting at the muscle to smack the waif.
He can make a successful strength or willpower test.
Oh, I know it can. I just choose not to roll it. Because you already rolled an 8. That's,
Yeah.
He's very unlikely going to beat you. After a while, the muscle kind of turns towards his master, and you can tell also a frightened look on his face as he's disobeying direct orders. Just washes over him. Just complete fear.
I wait to see what happens.
Yeah. You both are free of my service if you cannot fulfill simple orders. Which, as you wouldn't expect from such a phrase, they both seem more terrified of that than the other type of punishment that they may have been inflicted with. And both start to plead, saying, the muscle saying, Master, I can't move my arm. It's stuck in place. And Crystal getting on his knees and crawling towards Pharos and just begging for forgiveness that it was a simple error. Please don't release me.
When he says that, I say, well, if you have no use for them, perhaps I do.
No. Release of my service means they go somewhere far deeper here.
And why is that?
Because both of them will go to one of the lower pits. One of the ones with, well, less restrictions. They know this. It is their fault for failing me. And as Crystal is reaching up on his knees, his hands gently reaching out towards Pharos kind of smacks away with one of his overly large limbs. They will be torn to pieces. Their families much the same.
He's smacking him?
Yeah.
I will switch my crush to him. Oh, I know I have to reroll.
Yep. Once again, you could crush an internal organ. That is fully up to you.
I don't
will
think
allow
she's
that.
not trying to kill anybody here.
Are you trying
What?
to hit his flabby arm?
Just stop him from hitting
Yeah.
the other person.
It's literally where the guy's too weak. It wouldn't even hurt Crystal, but he's clearly
I hold
trying.
on to his hand.
And he can't move his hand, and he looks around in fear suddenly. What is this?
I look at the other two and I'm like, come with me. I have use of your service.
Make a roll for that.
What do you want me to roll?
God, what do you want to roll for this one? Because honestly,
Intimidation?
That seems almost like a.
are you trying to intimidate them into following you?
Persuasion.
Yes.
Right,
Is it just
Terminator,
like-
come with me if you want to live. Yeah, I'll allow it. Oh, shit.
Oh, complication.
Yeah, no. They'll both actually go with you.
Am I within view of Maggie or no?
Easily, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
we're in this thing all together.
Yeah. She's just off in the corner of the room.
So Commissar and any allies within 15 meters or 45 feet.
Oh, Maggie already passed.
And okay, I was just saying 'cause she gets to roll more, so I don't know if that would help her at all.
No, she already, the difficulty was 6. She passed. It's literally just Crystal, tears streaming down his face. It slowly like crawls away from his master towards you and like looks up at you with these red eyes from the tears, and the muscle Cariante kind of walks over towards you and says, can you offer me protection?
Something like that.
That's all I want. I don't have family that I can hurt. So, as long as you promise not to send me to the pits.
Crystal, who is like the bookie?
Crystal is, to put it in odd terms, the waif slave.
The waiter?
Waif.
Waif. And then the other one is, what's his name?
Cardiante.
Carliente.
I'm pretty sure I changed his name like 3 times, but yeah.
And then what is he?
He's basically just the muscle.
The muscle,
He's
okay.
about the same size as Gildo, basically.
Awesome.
Oh, is he a Catachan too?
No.
And she nods, and then she looks at Boros and smiles, and then lets go and turns around and says, "Come with me," to the other 2.
Yeah, and they follow you as Foros screams profanities behind you, vowing his revenge against you.
Oh, dang.
Well, that's a big target on Ostara's back right now.
She's fearless, though.
She is. And
But now we got Muscle, and we've got, I don't know, whatever this other...
that guy.
Whatever Crystal does.
The
Crystal.
medical guy that can hopefully just save the hell out of Gildo and get him
Yeah.
back up real quick.
Oh,
Please.
Sassong.
You just trade you two
Please, my bones.
1-2 swap.
I don't think
Yeah,
it's
and-
swap, but yeah.
As we kind of get to that near end view, we see Foros kind of wiggling in his chair, shouting towards Astara, and we pan down towards both Gildo and Turane. And yes, I did get all your messages,
Yeah.
Tyler. I was just ignoring you.
No, you're fine. I knew you were involved in stuff. It was just, I didn't know if you could open Zoom or not.
No, I did. Yeah, you notice the people closing in. There's at least 20, maybe more of them. All of them armored. A couple of them simply armed with poles. You have no idea what type of poles these are, but they wave to you after they get a little closer. It's like, "Hi, Gladiator,
I'm no gladiator, neither is he.
if you want to get out of here alive, you'll go with your new master.
Master.
You've been bought."
Gildo, what do you think of that?
No.
And that we just go to this black screen.
And then I pass out.
That's what he expected you to say, so.
Yeah. Every video game, you know, when you're like unconscious and you're like blinking in and out, and then we just hear the sounds of you being like, yeah, like, you know, Gilda, what do you think? No. Then just closes the black.
Yep.
Yeah.
I freaking love it.
So good.
It literally reminds me of the elevator sequence.
Oh,
You guys
yeah,
would
your
have met
elevator
Foros earlier.
What?
They would have met Foros earlier. There was Crystal talking to them on the Servo Skull.
Oh.
Oh well.
Well, good game.
Yeah, that was we survived that. Well, you're stable, so you're not gonna die, but we survived the creature.
I can't
Yeah.
believe that.
Uh,
If I was any other character, I would be dead.
I
The
started
plasma pistol
to
literally.
look at it and nerf it, and was like, no, wait. No, shit.
I think it was good. It's the first time Gildo has taken damage, and we're on episode 12.
It's true.
Technically a mini boss battle.
Oh my god, there's only a
mini
mini
boss.
boss.
Yeah, it was a mini
Well-
boss. It's meant for 2 people.
That other fight that we had, I took like a huge blow that one time. It was crazy.
Yeah. I
But I
mean,
was tanking with that force field. That's why.
technically, my character started out injured, but has taken no damage since.
I mean, you did run away from a giant snake thing.
I
Which
Yeah.
makes
Eric,
sense.
totally tell everyone what this is.
Yeah, totally. Well, I guess if people wanted to ask about it, yeah. I think at least Tyranny would know. Or
Yeah.
Tornay.
Yeah,
I told
he
you
would've
these
told.
these are the things I was telling you about that are
Oh,
terrifying.
no, I was saying player-wise, you can totally tell them.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a Ravener.
Yeah. I figured
Which-
out what it was.
Wait, is that? Those
It's a
are the things.
Tyrannid.
Oh.
It's a Tyrannid bug.
Yeah, they're like.
God, they're one of my favorite things.
So.
But this one must not
Raveners.
have a synapse connection. So it's just
Raveners actually don't have synapse connections.
That's
Yeah.
a wrap on episode 12 of Unsung Fury. We're going to go around and let you know where you can find these lovely folks on other channels, as many of them are tabletop RPGers and other places. Or they do other gaming as well. So if that's your fancy, then maybe, perhaps. But if you're enjoying the show and you liked what you saw here and you want to help support it, we pay the entire cast. So if you want, you can subscribe at twitch.tv/Margaret Crone. That helps a ton. And if you're feeling super generous, you can also donate as well on the channel. And then, of course, if you can't support in monetary means, there are other ways. So you can follow us on all of our social channels. You can subscribe on the YouTube. You can follow here on Twitch if you're watching. And all of those little things help, retweeting, all of that jazz. So, without further ado, we'll go in the order that we went in to begin with. So, starting off things, Dalric, tell us where people can find you at, and of course, what your favorite moment was.
You could find me at Dalric or Lost Initiative Show. My favorite moment was when my cat broke my mic, and I missed pretty much all the important parts of the conversation that you had afterwards. So, yeah. Next. Not angry. Not angry. No, not at all.
Apocalypto, who plays the wonderful Torne, who was able to slay the lizard beast, or the weird beast. Tell us where people can find you at, and of course, what your favorite moment was today.
Yeah, you can find me as Apocalypto_12 on all social media, YouTube Apocalypto12, and twitch.tv/Apocalypto_12, which is where I am the majority of the time, is over on Twitch playing games. I also appear over on Scott's channel on Friday nights, doing some Aurorum Regicide with my wonderful castmates over there. And I just have a lot of fun with this campaign. My favorite moment was the fact that Gildo decided to come back for Tirane. That alone, like the role play and everything after that, I just love the interaction between Torne and Gildo. just soldiers and all of that. But I also loved the fact that they met a doctor up there. Good old Luther and Ostara met a doctor.
Very random.
Because Ostara needs a doctor still too, if I remember right.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, we're all not doing great.
Yeah, we're all not doing great, but she's being ballsy, even though she's not doing great.
I'm doing fine. So are you
Yeah.
guys.
Luther and Tirane are good.
Yeah, well,
And of
face
course,
checker Ravener, let me know.
Gildo.
yeah, I'm sure if I did that, yeah.
Gildo, who's maybe not doing so hot as far as consciousness goes. Eric, tell us where people can find you at, and of course, what your favorite moment was tonight.
Find me everywhere at Eric Vulgaris. My favorite moment was definitely the play with Tournay, and I love you, Tyler. It's super awesome. I love that you have a plasma gun.
Oh yeah,
So
Very
OP.
nice. It's very useful.
Only
very
reason
good.
you guys survived that.
Honestly, I paid a lot for that plasma gun. So.
Yeah. Oh, it was worth it. And but like, not just like mechanically, but just, I like playing with you role play wise. You put up with my bullshit and you're like right there. You're like, oh my God, yes, let's do this. And we just riff each other well. Love it.
Did you say where people can find you at?
Yeah, I started with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Eric Vulgaris.
All right. And of course, last but not least, we have Control Alt Frank, where can people find you at? And of course, what was your favorite moment tonight?
Well, you can all find me pretty much Discord, Twitch, Twitter, Control Frank. Easy. God, my favorite moment is literally just Eric not being able to resist the bait of the open door.
Yeah.
In front of him. You didn't have to go in.
Oh, of course not.
But
But I thought it would be really funny to have a scene where I didn't understand what Tyler was trying to tell me, and then we both get sealed in there.
I thought that was really good role playing.
I honestly love that entire fight, especially Gildo being Gildo, literally charging in, getting the shit kicked out of him, but actually doing something that won the battle, which was that crit. The main reason Tyler was able to actually kill the Ravener is because it had -2 defense from the vulnerability. If it didn't, the second shot would not have hit.
Oh, snap.
So
Nice.
actually, MVP assist
Gildo.
on Gildo for that. Like,
Nice.
no joke.
Don't underestimate a knife.
And of course,
Never understood it. Hey.
our after credit scene is Gildo like being carted off, and he slowly wakes up, and if he looks around, he just sees somebody that says, "Hey, you're finally awake."
I would play Gildo Skyrim. I would absolutely do.
In
I
a
was
jail.
an
And you wake up in a
adventurer
jail
like you
cell.
once.
I mean, that's what's happening next.
Maybe.
This has been a turn of events. We have 2 of our members possibly now owned by another gentleman.
Yeah, that was super important, by the way.
Yeah.
No, like seriously, because if we bet on them winning after the messages got sent out and so on and so forth, it was like too many ducks were lining up. We had to be anti them to like throw, some like kind of like dust up the tracks a little bit. You know what I mean? So sorry, guys. Hopefully the doctor's good to you. You find out he's just a really eager proctologist.
I mean, the good thing is a doctor literally bought us, so Gildo is probably going to be healed.
Not just a doctor.
How about you?
I'm fine.
Yeah,
No,
he
he's
can
gonna remove your armor and stuff and put you in a Bacta tank or something.
I'm
true.
conscious, so he probably won't be able to do that to me.
No.
That is a major Tornay
He
trait.
probably has
Like-
other gladiators that will hold you down. Or
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, he just hits you with some sleepy
He's
stuff.
clearly got a
Because-
lot of money if he
Then
can.
I gotta describe what he actually looks like. I like the armor look. It's cool.
No,
What were you
it's
saying,
like the
Maggie?
Mandalorian. We finally unveil. We get to see what you look
It is
like.
the way.
Then he
Um,
just melts.
He looks like you say my character's incredibly sexy.
Tyler,
I rolled a natty 20
I
on
have
sexy.
spoken.
He looks like
I have
Frank.
spoken. I have spoken.
Now-
Okay.
Here's the thing, though. Trane, I have spoken. This is the way we take the helmet off of Trane. It's just Uganda Knuckles. This is the way. Let me show you the
Oh
way.
my god. No.
And then, of course, we now have 2 new companions, Crystal and Caliente. Or
Muy
Carliente?
caliente.
I obviously
Carliente?
changed his name 3 times because I couldn't decide what I wanted it to be.
So, this should be interesting, to say the least. And we have a newfound friend, the song. So, we will see.
Hold on. Friend? Maggie, don't tell me you trust him.
I
Okay,
don't.
okay,
I
thank you,
said
okay.
I'm like saying friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we will see how this all unfolds on our next episode, which we'll see you on next Monday, 7 p.m. PST, right here, twitch.tv/MargaretCrone. I'll see you then. We'll all see you then.
What was your favorite
Follow me
one?
in all
Bye.
places, Margaret Crone.
Hey, Maggie, what was your favorite
Yeah,
moment?
you forgot again.
The cat?
No.
That was my favorite moment.
I think my favorite moment was probably, I think the end. I love him just being like, no.
Honestly, I love it. I love Gildas.
And I'm like, is a fight about to break out? I'm not sure. Are we gonna start next episode with another battle? Possibly. But it probably won't go so well.
And Tron, you're about to take some damage.
But we'll see you next Monday. Toodles. Oh, and if you're here watching live on the stream, we're gonna raid somebody, so stick around.
Yeah, raid.
Raid.
Tyler, I had a question for you.
All right, everybody. You don't get to know the question. Pass for you. All right, let's go ahead and host Arena somebody else. I hope you all enjoyed the show. We definitely had a lot of fun. I always have fun with these homies. They are some of my favorite people, so definitely give them a follow if you haven't yet. Now it is time to see who we want to host. It's probably a weird question. It might be. It might just be that. Ooh.